Hey everyone. Hey, how y'all doing today? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hey Ginger C, how you doing? I hope you guys hit that like button for me when you pulled up. You got time to go head on and back out and go hit that good old like button for me if you don't mind. It's Friday. I'm so happy. So happy. It's been a long week. Back to school and everything like that for the little ones. So I plan to rest and relax this weekend. I'm taking advantage of it. Gonna be a couch potato this weekend. All right. Couch potato in full effect. Hey Joshua, how you doing? Hey Alice Flint, how you doing today? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Hey Nitty Gritty, how you doing? Hey T-Lo, how you doing? Hey Nark and everybody in the chat. Yes. Thank you guys for showing up. Ginger C is speaking to Joshua, Alice, and Nitty Gritty. Yes. What y'all got going today on this Friday? Y'all chilling out? Y'all going out to have dinner, cocktails? Like, what y'all got going this weekend? What's the weather like where you guys at? Tilo said, hey, y'all, I'm driving, but I see you. Okay, be careful now, driving, and being on these phones and stuff. Please be careful. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Yep, Ginger C said, okay, Tilo, yep, be careful because these people drive crazy out here. Crazy. You got to drive for yourself and them. You got to drive for yourself and them. So, welcome in. Sorry I've been gone for a while. Like I said, I've been busy. My daughter just entered middle school, and so having to get her acclimated with the whole vibe of, it's a difference between elementary and middle school. And so I've been busy with that and helping her get, in the mindset, it's gonna be a challenge, like we told her. It's different than elementary. They don't really hold your hand too much in middle school, so it could be tough. I've been having to be with her and walk her through and just reassure, because that's a big change coming from elementary into middle school. So I've been busy with her, back to school since Monday. So as you can imagine, I'm burnt out. I'm tired as I don't know what. Oh my God, the first week of school for middle schoolers is nothing to play with. Okay. So many conferences and meetings with all the different teachers, and my daughter's in a scholar program because of her grade point average is very high, and so she has a different type of classes that are more advanced that she's in. And so it comes with a lot with that, the course expectations, and oh my God, it's just been a lot. It's been a lot. So I plan to just lay my behind out this whole weekend. So I said, let me come on here and talk to my people for a little while. I ain't gonna be on here long. It's Friday. I know you guys want to, get into whatever you got to get into. I don't know if it's the end of the work week for some of you guys or whatever the case may be. So trust me, I'm not going to hold y'all long because I don't want to be held long. I'm tired. Your girl is tired. Okay. Let me see. Nitty Gritty said, I'm relaxing right now. Will probably turn in early tonight. I hear you, Erica. Shoot, do it. Get that rest because the weekend, it comes and go. It comes and then it goes. You know, before we know it, it's going to be Sunday. And back to the hustle and bustle Monday through Friday. So, by all means, take advantage of it every second, every minute. I want to catch up on some movies. It's some Tubi movies that people have recommended that I watch. I need to catch up with all the Queen's Men. I think Ginger C, you said you watched that too, right? Yeah, so I got to catch up with that because that's my show right there. So I plan to I ain't cooking shit. I done already told my husband, don't even look at me because I ain't standing at no stoves this weekend. Okay. We will be going out to eat or whatever the case may be. I ain't cooking shit. I was tired, boss. Shit, I'm tired. Alice said it's 100 and hell outside. I'm not coming out till fall. I heard that, Alice. It's hot where I'm at too. I'm not sure. I think it was like 99 or like in the high 90s today. So yeah, it's hot. It's hot. So I feel you. Erica said, I remember those days. Right, Erica, and it goes so fast. 1 minute they're this age, and before you know it, they freaking grown. So it's stressful, but you got to cherish those, the times when they're small and when they still need you, because when them suckers become grown, you can barely get them to answer the freaking phone. Barely can get them to answer the phone. That's how my son is. I have a son and he's grown. And sometimes that fool don't even answer the phone. And I'm like, excuse me? Oh, mom, I was playing my game. I don't care about no game. You see me showing up on your phone, you better answer that mug. So you have to take your time with them when they growing up and just cherish those moments, because it goes so fast. It goes so fast. Tilo said, I have a middle schooler too. Do you, Tilo? What grade? My daughter just entered 6th grade. Hey, Maritza, how you doing? Hello, Narc mods and entire chat. Blessings to you all. Blessings to you too. How you doing? Ginger C saying hey to Maritza. Nitty Gritty saying hey. Ginger C said yes, all Queen's Men and Shy. You know what, Ginger C? I used to watch Shy. My husband loves that show. But I think I lost interest when the one dude, when he stopped coming on there. I guess he quit or whatever the case may be. I can't remember his name. He was kind of like one of the ones that had a starring role. I don't think he's on there no more. That's when I stopped watching it. But yeah, I used to watch that one too. And that's a good one too, Ginger C, The Shy. Erica said, yes, Ginger, I got to catch the first 2 episodes of The Shy. Didn't know it was back on. Yeah. What season they on? It's a lot of seasons with that show, and that's a good show too. I'm so behind. Let's see. Erica said, exactly. My daughter answers the phone when she wants. Oh my God, girl. So you know what I'm talking about. And you don't know whether to worry or not. So when my son do that, I cuss his ass out. I'm like, boy, I don't care about no Call of Duty game. You saw me calling you. You answered the phone. So he don't do that no more. But child, He used to, they be tripping when they become grown, honey. Tilo said seventh grade. Oh, okay. Seventh grade girl. Okay. Oh, how's she like in seventh grade? Marissa said, hello, boo. Today was a good day. Well, that's always good to hear, Marissa. Because it's so much going on in this here world we live in. So to have a good day is always a blessing. So that's great to hear. Tilo said, Ginger C, do you still do shorts? Okay. Erica said, I think that was Brandon, right? Yeah, that sounds familiar. Erica, I think his name was Brandon. And he had the girlfriend on the show. I can't remember her name, but that's when I used to watch it with the old man. Something happened with the old man. Did he shoot a kid or something like that? Man, that's probably season 2 that I'm talking about. Yeah, that's the last time I watched it. But my husband loved that show. He's up on it. I'm not. Erica said yes. Ginger C said Tilo, yes. Yeah, you guys. So I just wanted to share a little bit of something that, has been on my mind somewhat. And it's my personal experience. And when I say personal experience, I'm saying either something that I went through and or something I saw someone else go through, or something that I saw that was done to somebody else. So I just want to put that out there. Ginger C said the man got killed. Right. Erica said that was a long time ago. I know, Erica. Look, don't start me to laughing, Erica, and you know why. Don't start me to laughing because my side, my stomach, all that was sore, girl. Like I had did about 100 sit-ups. I laughed so hard with you. Oh my God. Yeah, Ginger C, the old man. Right. That's the last time I watched The Chi. Y'all don't laugh at me. But yeah, that's the last time I watched it. Long time ago. Erica, don't start. Oh, Lord. Marissa said, I'm still here, Narc. I'm driving back home from a fun. Okay, no problem, Marissa. You good. Drive careful, boo. We good here. Don't worry. Take your time. You straight. So, I want to share my experience and my thoughts and everything of that nature regarding opinions and judging. And if anybody wants me to drop the link, I will go ahead and do that. But please be advised that you will have to turn your camera on so that I could verify who you are. Because I don't know if y'all was on my live last week when that weird ass shit happened. Okay. That was some demonic ass shit. And I apologize to anybody that witnessed that. I don't even know how that happened. The person was using one of my supporters' name and everything like that. So, yeah, feel free to hit my link, but just be advised that you're going to have to turn your camera on and I'm going to have to see you to verify who you are before I let you up. Okay. Oh my God, Erica. Ooh. Oh my God. I laughed so hard. Ginger C said DMX is still lying. I'm not finna play with y'all. I'm not finna play with y'all, okay? Oh my God. You guys are a mess, okay? Oh, my stomach was hurting so bad. I think I laughed for a good 45 minutes straight. Straight. It was so bad that I was feeling like I had to throw up. That's how hard I laughed. It was so freaking hilarious. Oh my goodness. Whoo, child, God works in mysterious ways. When he want to bust you out, he gonna bust you out. You feel what I'm saying? Like avatars get the falling off and running away, can't handle what's behind the god doggone camera. Avatars dropping, people confused, don't know what button they push. Peach fuzz is peach fuzzing and everything else like that. Oh my goodness. Peach fuzz was peach fuzzing. All right. Gotta be more careful. Gotta be way, way more careful. God don't like ugly. You know what I'm saying? So you just never know when you gonna get caught off guard or get exposed, and whichever way you gonna get that exposure. You feel what I'm saying? Ooh, you guys are cracking up. I ain't never seen the likes of it in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? What the hell was that? Look at Ginger C. Oh, oh my God. I cannot with y'all. Marissa said in traffic, laughing my ass off. Thank God it's bumper to bumper. Yes, thank God. Because this right here, exactly, Joshua, God don't like lies. He don't, he don't like mess. He don't like fraudulent people, and he will put your mess out there for others to see when you least expect it. Wait. Erica said, I'm definitely gonna take Ginger's phone. Yeah, somebody, please. Let me put you right here, Ginger. Oh my goodness. Ginger C said, right, Joshua. Yes. Joshua said, yes, we will do Ginger's phone. Oh my God. Y'all is not finna have me on here busting out laughing like this. That was too funny. Too funny. And it's not that we're making fun of anyone, but I mean, it is what it is. We don't know why God exposed what God exposed. I feel like everything happens for a reason. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, it just gave us something to laugh about. That's how I look at it. It is what it is. But yeah, Joshua, God is very serious. you know, and he don't play about his children. And, you know, those of us that know about it, we know about it, you know, and it is what it is. But I want to know how y'all feel about being labeled wrongly. You know, we put labels on each other. And I don't think a lot of us try to do it purposely. Sometimes when we do it, we label each other wrong. And I feel like, you know, we have to be careful with that and just try to like not judge and put the wrong assumptions on people. Let me see. Yes, Erica. Alice said, I have no idea what we're talking about. Girl. Woo, Alice, girl. Basically, something got exposed. And it was caught, it was screenshotted and everything of that nature. And it was funny. Very, very funny and everything like that. So you know, we all have opinions on all kinds of things, subjects, and people, right? But I just want to know, you know, as far as being labeled and being judged, I mean, we have all experienced that, right? So we all know what that feels like. And I mean, to be honest, we've all judged and probably labeled other people, right? Because we're not perfect. None of us are perfect. You know, we all make mistakes. We say things that are wrong that we shouldn't have said. We do things that we shouldn't have done, right? Because we're not perfect. But what I feel like we should do is stand corrected, you know, when we, you know, are able to call our own self out on our own shit. You know, not everybody is able to look in that mirror, you know, and self-reflect on the things that, you know, that we do or say that could be inappropriate or offensive to someone else, right? But that takes a grown, seasoned, mature adult to be able to self-reflect. You know, you got to go through a lot of things in your life to get to that point. I feel like, you know, y'all can disagree with me. Over here, we have, you know, our own opinions and stuff like that over here on my channel. I'm open, you know, to whatever y'all got to say, long as it's respectful to me and respectful to, you know, everyone in the chat and everything like that. Let's see. Tilo said, I'm with you, Alice. I am so sorry, y'all. But basically, how did you guys deal with being like judged or labeled? How did it affect you? You know, have you ever been like looked at and somebody be like, oh, yeah, based on what she said, she's this type of person. And you can tell that they judged you based on, you know, how they treat you. They may fall back a little bit, or, you know, they may look at you in a different type of light. They may have a different energy when you come around them again. Have you ever experienced that before? Because that's what I want to talk about. And you know, we have a right to feel what we feel. You know, we all have a right to have opinions and to express what we feel about different things, and you know how people rub us and everything like that. But at the same time, that doesn't make us right in our assessments. Okay, sometimes we judge people wrong, and technically we're not supposed to judge. You know, the word says that that's the Most High's thing that he does. You know, he has the last say so over us. He gets to judge us. We're really not supposed to be judging anyone, you guys. Okay? But we all fall short. We all make mistakes. You know, we come out our body, the flesh takes over and everything of that nature. And we do things and say things that are really not, you know, what we're supposed to take part in. Let me see. Erica said, yes, I have firsthand. Ginger C, the bully wig fell off online. Ginger C. Ginger C ain't gonna let me do my content, y'all. Oh my God. I don't even think it was a wig on in the first place, though. There was no wig in the first place, I don't think. And I mean, don't a wig have to have something to wig? Like, you know, like, hey, don't it need something to wig and to cover up? Ain't nothing to wig. Ginger C is a mess. I love it though. I love it. Alice said, wait a minute, Ginger C. Oh my God. Erica, look what you just started. Oh my God. Too funny. Ginger C said, I'll behave now. Okay. Me either, Erica. You know what? To be so real with you, the vision, the sight, you know, my eyes are traumatized and everything like that. Like, I feel like my eyes need a detox because I ain't never, okay, seen the likes of it. It was quite scary. It was quite scary. Girl, my eyeballs is tainted. Okay, they are tainted. I cannot get that sight out of my sight. Oh my goodness. Lord, that was too funny. Too funny. And a dang on shame. A dang on shame. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to be ready because you never know what might happen. And you looking like that? You looking like that? Nah, boo-boo. You gotta stay ready. So you ain't gotta get ready. Oh my goodness. Alice said, is the video still up? I don't even know, Alice. I don't even know. I really don't. All I can say is, child, you might have to, you know, go get some holy water, throw it on the eyeballs after you see that, because Lord, that's a sight to see. That was a severe sight to see. I had no idea. And you know, it's always the ones that look like that. It's always the ones that look like that. Ooh, child. But anyway, I just feel like, you know, we got to be careful with judging people because we all know that we don't, you know what people have been through, where they've been in life, you know, what traumas they may have experienced. You know, we all handle things our own way. So I just feel like people should just try to get to know people and give them the benefit of the doubt, but cautiously give it to them, because people out here will trick the hell out of you. They got game. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes when we judge people, which we shouldn't judge people, but we might have an opinion of somebody, sometimes we right and sometimes we wrong, and that's all I'm saying. Like, I just feel like if you don't want to be judged, then don't judge others, and also don't listen to what people say about people. Get to know people for yourself, experience them for yourself, have your own feeling of somebody. Don't borrow someone else's feeling of somebody, because everyone is different and everybody has different standards on what type of people that they'll associate themselves with. Some of us have a high level of intuition. We can feel people energy. Like for me, I can feel people's energy just off reading a text message. I never met you. I don't have to meet you. I can feel it off of a text message, just the way that you type, the wording, what you say in the message, and then I get on the phone with you. I can feel your vibe that way too, through your voice. I'm a really pretty good judge of character. Although I'm not perfect, I have misconstrued things with people, thought they was one way and they turned out to be the other. And you want to know why? Because I try to see the good in everybody first. And even for me, I'm learning that it's okay to do that, but do it cautiously. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just be cautious about it, because the times that we living in right now, people are deranged and they wear many faces. We say two-face. Nah, nah, it's more than two. These people can have 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 different faces and different personalities. Okay. And you don't be knowing who is who, because they show up with a different representative every time you come into contact with them. It's like they're a different person. And sometimes they will even try to take on your personality and duplicate you. But see, nobody can duplicate you. All right. There's only one of you, only one of me. Let me see. Damn it, I have to investigate. Yes, you do, Alice. Ginger C said, no one is perfect. Nobody is perfect. We're imperfectly perfect. We want to strive to do things decent and in order. Of course, that's our goal. But at the end of the day, does it always go down like that? No, we make mistakes. And it's okay. Dust yourself off, lesson learned, lick that wound and keep going. But you have to be able to get there mentally in order to know how to just pick yourself up. In my experience, I've met a lot of women, that have been through domestic violence in some shape, form, or fashion. And as we know, domestic violence is not always physical. It can be verbal, sexual, emotional, financial, okay, and physical. So there's differences of the type of abuse. Some people, unfortunately, have experienced all of them. Some people, a few. Some people, one. So, going through life, I have, met different women that have been through domestic violence and everything of that nature, and have basically not had the tools to pick themselves up and go on with life. It just wasn't in them. It wasn't in them. So what they do is a few things. What they do, in my experience, based on what I've seen. We've all seen different things, but what I've seen, they go back to the abuser. Okay. They use an excuse to go back to the abuser. And then if they don't do that, things go the other route where drugs get involved. They become drug addicts. They become abusive to their children. And then when that happens, they lose their children to the system. And then the other one that I've seen that's horrible and devastating is they end up unaliving themselves. Okay. So that's why, I'm like a strong advocate of spreading awareness and just trying to come across as sensitive and understanding as possible with people, because we just don't know what they're going through and what their home life is like, family life. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know. And so I've took pride in just trying to have a different approach with people, because I don't want to be the person that you last spoke to that sent you over the edge. You feel what I'm saying? So when I'm dealing with women that have been through things of that nature, I want to be as cautiously sensitive as I can, but at the same time, I'm going to be real with you, and I'm going to tell you straight up. I'm gonna empathize with you, sympathize with you, but when we done with all that, I'm gonna hand you some tissue. I'm gonna tell you to wipe them tears, go wash your face, come back, sit down. We gonna talk about part 2, since we didn't got all that out. We got to come down with a game plan. We got to get you back right. That's how I advocate with the women that I've worked with, spoke to, and dealt with regarding coming out of abusive relationships. And because I just don't want to see nothing bad happen to these people. You feel what I'm saying? And it worked with me. Somebody had to give me that tough love. My best friend, may she rest in peace. She had to come down on me like that. She sat there, listened to all the boo-hooing and stuff like that I was doing, snotting and sniffling and everything. And when I got done, all the tears was dried out, eyeballs was dehydrated and all that. She was like, okay, now what we gonna do? Because you can't stay stagnant like this. What you gonna do? We got to come up with something. And I thought it was harsh at first. I'm like, well, damn, I still want to cry. I still want to be sad and everything. Like, why she not letting me cry for another hour? Shoot, I still had some more snot to come out my nose. I wanted to sit and cry more. And she was like, you can't stay like that. What we gonna do? So because I was handled like that and it worked for me years ago, that's how I approach things of this magnitude. You want to let people express how they feel, but you can't let them sit in it, if that makes sense to you guys. Let me see what's going on in this good old chat. Erica said, exactly. I think we're on the same page with the feelings, Nar. Yes, we are. We are. Hey, Doris, how you doing, boo? Thanks for pulling up. If y'all didn't hit that like button, if you can hit that like button for me, I appreciate it. Marissa said, amen. Yes. Ginger C speaking to Doris. Erica said, drop the link. Okay, boo, I'm coming. Let me see. One second. There you go, boo. Let me see. Where was I at? Doris said, "Hey, Ginger girl." Erica said, "Hey, Doris." Y'all speaking to each other. Yes, yes, yes. Throw them swords in that marathon continues flag up, because that's what I'm all about over here. The marathon gonna always continue. Life gonna keep lifing. You feel what I'm saying? We gotta just go with the flow, try to stay positive, and keep our heads up. Yes, indeed. Hey, Selena, how you doing? Thanks for tapping in and pulling up with me. Appreciate you. Yes. Selena speaking to Maritza. Ginger C speaking. You guys speaking. Yes, yes, yes. So, yes, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate that. Thanks, Ginger C. So, I mean, that's all I'm saying. Like, we have to just be careful in how we judge people, because a lot of people are silent in their suffering, and you would never even be able to tell that they're going through something because they're quiet about it. They don't even know who to trust, who they can open up to about it, or probably don't even know the first step of opening up. You know, when you're dealing with an abusive situation, you don't have no kind of trust. Like, trust is out the window. And, it just tests everything about your nature when it comes down to that. Hey, Erica. Okay. Hey,
Hey,
Erica.
hello.
How you doing?
Good. Did you see me backstage?
I did.
Okay. Make sure you don't have that crazy stuff happening this week.
Oh, child. I was sitting there looking. I'm like, should I? Should I not?
No. Um, I was just coming up to, just expound a little bit on what you said about
Mm-hmm.
you were talking about how when people, the different forms of abuse, and it just made me think about how some people, what they do is, the worst thing you, maybe I should say it like this, the worst thing you can do is to not acknowledge a
Mm-hmm.
person when coming to you telling you that they have been abused, or to
Right.
make them out of a liar,
Mm-hmm.
to be so insensitive. I was agreeing with the fact that you have to be sensitive, but you have to be firm at the same time. But you
Yes.
never, ever make the person feel like they have
It's their
not been
fault.
abused.
Mm-hmm. Right. I agree.
Because yeah, some people will, because you don't have bruises or they witnessed something else, they weren't behind your doors. I mean, and then the narc in that situation can be so believable, or so lovable, or whatever you want to call it, that
Mm-hmm.
the victim is the one who is villainized.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, I just wanted to step up and say that because it's sad. It's just really sad when you have a target on a victim,
Mm-hmm.
because of misunderstanding, you not knowing the process, um the process, how it, how to cycle, not the process, the cycle, not knowing the cycle. You will call a victim, you either make them a villain, or you just totally deny the fact that this person was literally abused, because they do continue to go back, and we already know that's a part of the process
Right.
to go. It happens. I mean, it happened to me. I'm pretty sure it happened to you too. I went back 2 or 3 times
Absolutely. I went
before
back.
I
Mm-hmm.
leave. Oh, it happens like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to make aware to never somebody come up to you and tell you, hey, I have a problem, I'm being abused, never make this person feel like they have not been abused. We
Mm-hmm.
goes back to your title. We cannot be a judge
Mm-hmm.
in that particular situation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I wanted to kind of reiterate.
And I
People need.
agree, because
Mhm.
abuse comes in many shapes, sizes, and forms. What's abuse to me may not be abuse to someone else. You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's
right.
about what you're experiencing and how you feel and how it's making you feel. You know,
Right.
you may not like for your husband to raise his voice. He may not use profanity towards you, but you may not like his tone, so you feel like his tone is abusive. Okay,
Right.
so everybody has their own, things, how things rub them. So you cannot, and you're right, you cannot discredit people when they try to share their experience with you. um we all have a right to feel how we feel. So yeah, I agree with you on that.
Well, that's because it goes back to what you just said. We can't determine how a person is supposed to feel if they've been abused.
Hmm.
I mean,
Right.
we haven't been behind those closed doors. We know how slick a narcissist
Hmm.
can be. We know how the narcissist can label the victim as the narcissist. We know how they sit back and they record things and they do certain things to us that we're not even thinking about until we become aware. Hey, we need to do this for our, to cover our back or whatever. Um, you know,
Yeah.
you, there's a lot of people out here just not recognizing the fact that people have been abused. If that's what they say happened to them, believe it. You're not
Believe it.
supposed to sit back and say, hey, that didn't happen to you.
Hmm.
You did this, you did that. That didn't happen. That's not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to sit down, just like you said, be sensitive to the matter, listen, absorb, um, advise, comfort, and then what we're going to do.
Right. Yeah, because you can't really sit in it. I mean, you can, because you can't make people do what they don't want to do. But it's just not healthy to sit in nothing that has to do with anything that's bad for you. And not just abusive relationships, jobs that we may have that could be affecting our health. And we want to just sit up and complain about it. Nah, make a plan to help the situation. What can you do to make it better? Because complaining about it, that's not going to get you nowhere.
And
And
then besides that, also, if you sit in it, you're likely to go back to it
right, right.
versus if you make a plan and, try to get away
Mhm.
from the whole situation.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I just wanted to, reiterate that, I'm still hearing a lot of people, that popular couple that's going through that. They've been going through the whole situation since October. And I'm still hearing people rag on that young lady like she was never abused. She was the one abusing and,
Who is
you
that?
know, the Brianna and Robert
Oh, oh,
Latrue,
damn.
they still ragging on that young lady, trying to say that she wasn't abused. She was the abuser. She was the aggressor. She did this. She did that. And I
Mhm.
can see into it a little further. Now, see, the thing is, people don't understand when you're being abused by somebody, the longer you stay around that person, you can become abusive, but it's not
Mhm.
because you are naturally abusive. It's because you're on um offense or no defense.
Mhm.
So you may all of a sudden, if they coming towards you, you might hit them for fear they're gonna hit you.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not because that's who you are by nature, but when you're with somebody like that, sometimes they force those types of behaviors out of you,
Mhm.
which that's the reactive abuse thing. So people see the reactive abuse and they all of a sudden call it, well, shoot, that's the abuser. And that's exactly what the narcissist wants the people to think. That's why they set them up. So they can show themselves off in public or on a public platform or wherever so that person can look like they are the abuser when the
Mhm.
real abuser has set it up for them to be seen. as such.
Exactly.
But you have to be, to me, in order for you to be sensitive to it, you have to really go through it. To me, um, sometimes I don't know how sincere people are when they say they've been through that type of situation, but they have no empathy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see you going through a situation like that and you have absolutely zero empathy. I can't see it. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I
Right.
can't see it.
Well, I mean, in regards to that young lady, it's something about her, and I'm just gonna be real. For me,
Hmm.
it's something about her. Her eyes tell a lot about her, how she be looking in the camera, when she's on live. I don't know much about their situation. I've only,
And neither do I. Yeah, neither do
caught
I.
bits and pieces and everything like that. But my first impression of her is something about her. And everybody taking sides and everything like that. But what if they're both abusive? What if they've
And
been
see,
abusive to each other?
that is what I think. I think
Mm-hmm.
it shouldn't be like one sided
Right.
at all. It's,
Mm-hmm.
instead of just blanket indicting one, you got to look at the both. That's
Right.
just how I feel about that particular situation. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much about them. I don't watch them. I just see every little bits and pieces of stuff. But I have never been like a follower. But that's just an example. I remember when I would tell people things were happening to me, nobody believed me. Nobody. And the whole point is, I have a little sensitive spot to that.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't know what's going on, do not sit back and say that person is not being truthful.
Right.
That's the only thing I'm trying to say out of the whole situation.
Absolutely.
Because we cannot judge what happened behind closed doors
Right.
at all.
Yeah, because we're not there, and
Right.
everyone's experience is their own.
It,
Who are you to
hmm.
judge and tell somebody what they're not going through? You don't know,
That's
you
right.
know. So
Because you
all
never,
the best thing to do is to listen and respect their experience on whatever they're telling you, because you could be saving their life.
surely could. Just like you said, I mean, I know it's many times when you're in a situation where you don't know if you're going to jump off the edge of that cliff. Sometimes you
Hmm.
just don't know. It can
Hmm.
get you in a desperate situation just like that.
Yes.
But that what was the other word to you? I forgot. You had judgment and something else up there. Opinions,
Opinions.
opinions and judgment. And see, that's
Mhm,
what happens. We form our opinions and then we start to judge.
mhm,
And once
mhm,
we do that, it's all over. We done stepped
mhm.
into a territory we didn't even have any business stepping into.
And I mean, some things, because we're human, we can't help but to judge, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do it unconsciously. You don't even know that you're doing it.
To me, that's different. To me,
And
that's I
you
don't.
may be doing it as a safeguard because of things you've went through in the past. So you're not so open with people. You rather look at them in a negative light first and kind of set your mind to say, okay, they're going to have to prove to me that they're not what I'm thinking that they are. Oh, they're not. Okay, now I'm going to accept you and kind of welcome you and usher you into my world.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really call that judgment. I call it being cautious. Just
Yes,
making sure, you
proceeding
know,
with caution. Yeah, absolutely.
hmm that's
Hmm.
what I call that.
Yeah,
Because I mean you have to, because just like you said, I mean, you just don't know who you got around you, what they doing, what kind of motives. You just don't know. So you just gotta be
absolutely.
careful sometimes.
Yes, yes, and you do. Because like I said, people ain't just two-faced no more. They three, four, five, and six faces out here. Like,
And that's a good analogy right there. I never thought of it like that.
yeah, it's a whole lot of savagery going on in this world. People are so cutthroat. and they quick with it, Let me see what the chat is saying. So I don't want to miss nobody. Doris said, yes, nitty gritty. People still dragging that lady, trying to put their spin on it. Right. And you can't, really do that because we're not there. Not just with that couple, but any couple.
Right.
But me gauging on what I've seen and what I know, I feel like they both, could be abusive to each other.
I think so.
Ginger C said, yes, Erica, they don't know what went on behind closed doors. Absolutely, they don't. Hi, Angie's Place. How you doing? She said, good evening
Hey,
to
Angie.
Nitty Gritty on toxic relationships. Everyone in the chat, good evening. Hey, how you doing? Angie's Place speaking to Ginger C. Angie's Place said, yes, you got to be very careful. We never know what she went through. Amen. Yeah, exactly. We don't know. We don't. Because like I said, everyone's experience as far as abuse goes is specific to them, if that makes sense. It may not sound abusive to us, but it may be abusive to her or him or whoever, whatever the case may be. So that's absolutely right. Yes. Let's see. Angie saying hi to Selena. Selena said the problem is some people lack empathy and sympathy these days. Whoo, speak. Very much lack that. A lot of what I see in the world, people are nasty. They're, like I said, judgmental, extra judgmental. And just flat out negative. Everything has a negative undertone to it, and it's because they're miserable. Their lives must be very miserable, sad. They have a lot of I feel like a lot of people have childhood trauma that they never unpacked and got that healed, went and got some healing going on. A lot of people don't know God, they're not spiritual in any kind of way.
Right.
But I'm not going to judge people on if they're spiritual or not. That's specific to you, if whatever you want to believe in and everything of that nature. But I just feel like, it's just so much nastiness going on in the world. And because we subject ourselves to it, it starts to come up out of us. That's why you have to be cognizant of who you put yourself around, what type of energy, what you listen to, what you watch on TV and everything like that, because things that we watch on television, that energy is coming in your household, whether you realize it or not. Like I can go so deep with that. That could be for another live or whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's bad out here. Ginger C said, I agree. Selena said, right, Narc, she ain't innocent either. I don't believe she is. I truly don't
believe either one of them are.
Right. Right. Hey, Wanda Clayton. She said, hello, Narc mods and chat. We all see things differently, and we sometimes perceive things on a relationship we've been in that's similar to what that couple is going through. True.
That's
True.
right. That's right.
True. Very true. You hit the head
and
on
then
the nail.
That's right. Yep. That's where their judgment come in right there. That's where people start judging because they based it on what they went through. Exactly. That's it.
Yep. That's it right there. Yes. And see, I feel like people do that because they have unhealed trauma.
I do too. I agree with you.
Never been, exposed or worked on, addressed. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Everybody speaking to each other. Angie said gaslighting each other. Right. Right. A lot of that. Like I said, I haven't really watched them as much as other people have and everything like that, but it really didn't take me long to kind of like get a little bit of a gauge on it. And they both seem toxic to each other. We all got our opinions about it. You know, like I said, I ain't gonna really say because I don't know much about it, but looking at her is something about her to me. It's something about her. Oh, girl. Selena says some people are really weird. At the end of the day, yes.
Yeah, so you think that trauma, you know how we were talking about, you know, dealing with people who, I forgot how you worded it earlier in the live,
Mhm.
about people who, you know, they come with the judgment and they already have an assumption of, you know, who you are as a person, and
Uh-huh.
they take it and they run with it, and it just ends up all negative and all wrong. You think a lot of that come from that childhood trauma?
Yes. I feel like they're self-reflecting on you.
Oh, projecting it on you the way they
Yeah.
feel, projecting it or self-reflecting.
Like they're looking at themselves, but they have now
Right.
put their selves and whatever their life have brought them, and they're putting that jacket on you.
Right. So that's projection. Yes, they
Yeah.
project it onto you. Exactly.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, because
reflecting on their selves. Like, you know, they're looking at themselves, but they're also looking at you as like you're like them.
exactly.
It's just like
Hmm.
in a very unhealthy manner to you know what I'm saying? Like put things on another person, and that's not even them. And I kind of want to say this too, because I feel like I'm sure it's people on this app who have labeled and judged me. Yes,
Hmm.
based
Hmm.
upon a few things. And I can be real about it because that's what I am. I'm very transparent. Based on my content, based on the
Hmm.
name of my channel, probably based on what I say, how I say it, based on me having to put people in their place that have came at me. I'm sure all those things or some of them have made people look at me and say, oh, she's like this, oh, she's like that, just based off that, without having a clear understanding or open mind of getting a whole story from day one and saying, okay, let me go back to day one with her. Now, what happened? Oh, okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, have an
Hmm.
open mind. Don't judge me off because I had to cuss people out on this app. Don't judge me off that. Do I have a mouth? Indeed. My mother said I was born grown. um,
Okay.
but do
Okay.
do I you know, is that my everyday life? Nah. Only when you come for me or disrespect me. You know, yeah, I'm going to come all the way out my body. You know, that's just how it is. But does that make me a bad person? No. Erica, do that make you a bad person because you have to defend yourself or had to defend yourself once upon a time, a few times, or whatever the case may be? Nah. It
Mm-mm.
doesn't make anyone a bad person. But at the same time, we all have a right to our tastes and dislikes and distastefulness on what we want to subject ourselves to. And at the same time, you have to respect that. And I do. But my point is this: don't judge people. You know,
Hmm.
we don't know what made a person the way that they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just really don't know. So I feel like we should all practice being more open-minded in every aspect. Just do it like this. If they show you different, then you can shut they behind down. But until somebody show you different, don't prejudge them. Don't label them. Don't give them a horrible label. You know, try to give people a chance is all I'm saying, but cautiously give them a chance. Because like I said, these demons are masters of disguise. Especially these narcs. They send different representatives to handle you. They know how to switch things up. So still be aware, but you know, just try not to like assume that people are this or assume that they're that. Try to have a little bit more empathy with people. That's all I'm saying. And Angie said a lot of evil behavior in this world. Yes, lots of evil behavior. Go ahead, Erica. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I was about to say, go ahead and read the comments because I forgot that quick. I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's see. Wanda Clayton said there is a lack of compassion these days, and everyone is cutthroat towards each other. No one takes accountability for their own actions. Absolutely, Miss Clayton. Absolutely. Nobody wants to stand in their own crap, you know, take ownership for themselves and their actions. And that, to me, just shows that you're insecure, you know, with yourself. Because as adults, we should all be able to say, I was wrong. I apologize. Can we move on? You know,
Thank
you may not forgive me. You may not forget it, but you know, forgiveness, you know, but a lot of people can't do that because they're insecure about themselves. Doris said, me neither, narc. I don't know much about it and don't want to. I feel you, Doris. Alice said, hey, Wanda, I agree. Hey, Trey, how you doing? Welcome in. Ginger C said, I agree, Wanda. Wanda Clayton says, some of it may be childhood trauma, but I guarantee it's self-learned. If you know your worth, you're not easily persuaded and can handle situations without being biased. Exactly. And that takes a lot of maturity. A lot of maturity. You have to, you know, be able to have the wherewithal to know the difference. So I agree. Because can't nobody persuade me to do anything. I have too much of a boss mentality. I don't go off of what other people feel about other people. I have to experience you for myself. You know, I got to get my own gauge, not your gauge, my gauge, because your gauge might be different than mine, you know. So absolutely, Clayton. Selena said people think they know you on YouTube.
They do, for real. They really do.
They do it. They be so wrong, you know, just like we don't know them, you know, it works both ways. Don't nobody know nobody on this app.
You know, and the truth is we can't please everybody, but some of this stuff is just too much. It's like some people just need to go and just really heal. You know what I mean?
Get off of this app. Stop using this app for your therapy purposes, you know, because a lot of people are on here abusing social media in a sense of this is where they feel they're getting their help. This ain't no therapy session on here. Like, I'm not a clinician. I don't got MD behind my last name. You know,
That's
all
right.
I'm on here doing is just, trying to speak positivity out into the world and spread awareness on the topics and the things that are specific to me, what I care about, what I've been through, just sharing those things, the parts that I do feel comfortable right now sharing and everything like that. And just, I want to build a community of people over here on my channel that can understand my growth and understand my mission for my channel and why I'm on YouTube. I didn't come on here to beef with nobody. My channel is not a beef channel, but I will go there with you if need be, because I don't bother nobody. I'm not on here for that kind of stuff like that. So basically, I'm just trying to build like a community, or what I call like my Slayer gang, of people who want to be over here with me that have the same interests, if that makes sense. So in a nutshell, that's my goals for my channel. Let me see. Selena said, me too. I get out my body as well. It doesn't make you a bad person, but it does warn people to leave you the hell alone. That part, Selena. Sometimes you got to let a person know this ain't what you want, period.
She telling the truth. It'll make people leave you alone for real. They'll know. Don't bother me.
Man, because can show you better than I could tell you. Because telling you on this app, I still feel like you ain't getting it.
That's right.
Ginger C said hi to Trey. Wanda said exactly, Narc. Right. So
But you
that's
know what I
basic.
gotta learn how to do?
What?
I have to learn how to not to be so what word? Not to restrict myself so much. In so many
Mm-hmm.
words, what I'm trying to say is I have mastered the art of um self-control
Mm-hmm.
to the point that sometimes I don't think I really, relax, if that make any sense to you. It
So
could be
you
like a
always
decision.
feel guarded.
It came from that relationship I was in. Yes, it made me
Mm-hmm.
just aware of what I'm around, who is saying. Well, I mean, the situation had me, um, like there would be setups where it would
Mm-hmm.
cause me to just get all out of order and everything. Then I just learned, okay, I'm not gonna let anybody get me out of order. But sometimes I feel like that's not healthy. Sometimes I think you should react. But
Yeah,
I will
it's
literally have something happen around me and just won't react to it.
uh-huh.
And it'll make somebody think that I just have like no feelings.
Like you're cold.
Yeah, that's exactly I hate to hear that description, but you can call it cold because I was just not even react. I'll walk away. You know what I mean? Before I let you get a reaction from me, I'll just walk away. Sometimes it's good because it'll keep confusion down, but sometimes it's not. Because at that point, I'm not just walking away to keep myself under control, but I'm not allowing this person to, you know, get whatever they need to get off either. You understand
And
what I
then
mean?
I fully understand. And then too, Erica, like it could be internalizing. Like
Hmm.
that emotion that you're withholding, like you said, you're not gonna give it to them, you just gonna, be silent. You could be internalizing too, and that can be unhealthy for anybody.
Hmm.
We always want to try to practice to express ourselves in a healthy way, but it don't always come out like that.
Right.
It don't always come out like that. Hey, I'm here for it. 74. How you doing, boo? How you doing? Thanks for tapping in. Maritza said, I'm here. Let me see. I'm here until my wheels fall off. Full support in your vision. And likewise to you too, Maritza. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I really do. Thank you so much. And same to you. Let's see. Maritza saying, hey, to I'm here for 74. Miss Wanda Clayton said, I can handle it by myself. I truly thought that was powerful. And sometimes it's best we allow them to settle in it or just move on. Sitting back and observing is what I do. Okay. Yeah.
So
You can
what is Wanda talking about, Miss Wanda? What is she talking about?
how she handles situations. She says she sits back and observes, people or situations before she reacts on it.
Yeah, something like what I do, but I still won't let how I feel come out. If it's gonna make me act crazy, I just don't let it come out.
I can see what you're saying. Yeah. Well,
But it's not healthy.
you're practicing self-control. And I feel like we should all have self-control, but we should be able to also control when we let it come out as well.
Exactly.
Show your
Right.
emotion, express how you feel, but also be able to grab that thing by the neck if it's getting out of control. Because some people, we tend to lose it, and we do horrendous things to people, ourselves, because we lose self-control. But if you
And
know
so
how to go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, and not to, keep talking about the situation, but that is what got me to this point when
Mm-hmm.
I was always taken out of my character by being provoked. So now I hold it so well, like I said, that I just don't let it. If I know it's gonna make me fly off, I just don't say nothing. I don't care how bad I want to say it. I just don't say nothing.
Yeah. See, for me, I'm not like that. I'm gonna say it.
I mean, I will. Look, now look. If you push me now, if I can't get away from you, it's gonna come out. But if I can't exit, I'll exit first.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's
But if there's,
self-control. That's good,
yeah,
Eric. It's
it
nothing
is
wrong with
good. It's good, but it's not good when you start doing that with like your close family who
oh
hasn't done
no,
anything to you.
right.
But
Because
you
then
have
you're
you
internalizing. Yeah, you're holding it
right.
back. And that's not fair to them. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying earlier. It's
Mhm.
getting me, it's keeping me in control, but it's not fair to the other person.
Hey Shay, if that's
So
you, can you show me? Can you turn your camera on for like 2 seconds so I could verify that that's you? Because somebody tried to get me last week, so I gotta be careful. Okay, I see you. Oh, but you dropped off. What happened? Come back.
mhm.
Wanda Clayton said no, go back up, Narc. Okay, did we miss something? Marissa said, I want to learn how not to respond, even if they get me very mad. I think we all want to learn that, Marissa, because I definitely want to know the tools on how to do that. Because that's something that, I may not go off on you, but I'm going to speak up. I'm going to advocate for myself. I'm gonna let you know how I feel by all means. I'm going to have something to say. I think we all can, do things in a more civilized manner when it comes down to that. But at the end of the day, we gonna speak up because I know I am. Thanks, Ginger C. Yes, please like, share, and subscribe.
Now see, I've mastered that part. I've mastered the not being able to say something, but I have to learn to not cut it completely off.
Yeah, that's you, Shay. Is that you? Okay. Thank you. Got you. So we have Shay Love on the panel. How you doing, beautiful?
How you doing? And I didn't mean to interrupt y'all's conversation. I'm sorry. I just wanted to come up and speak and just interact with you. But hey, and I know we've been
Hello,
trying to
Shay.
catch one another, so I wanted to hop
Yeah,
on.
no problem. Absolutely. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, chime in. Feel free. We need
Yeah, I
to.
was trying to listen in to get a gist of where the conversation was going. So y'all go ahead and talk about another minute or two so I can pick up where y'all are.
Okay, so let's see, where was I? Wanda said, I'm with you on that. Let me see what these comments is saying. Oh, you dropped your phone. I hate when that happens.
I'm talking. I dropped it. I hit the button, and it bagged me completely out of everything.
Oh my God. So basically, we were just talking about, Shay, you know how when a situation may arise and how to handle it, and Erica was saying how, she chooses, to be quiet, right, Erica? Correct me if I'm
Right.
wrong.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And just exit from the situation. Whereas me, I'm the type, my personality, I'm gonna let you know how I feel right there on the spot. I'm gonna try to be civilized, but it just depends.
I know that's right. I think I'm a mixture of both. As I get older, and we continuously mature as we get older. So as I get older, I'm more so how you are. It's like I don't have time. And especially if especially if it's something that we've already discussed before, I'm more prone to probably, maybe cutting up a little bit, so to speak. But
Yeah.
I get what she's saying too. I've lived a life of where I tried to hold things in to keep the peace. But I mature. I got to a point where I matured to this place where I realized that depending on the situation, sometimes keeping my mouth shut doesn't solve anything. So it literally depends on the extent of whatever the issue is. And if we're talking about the kind of people here that I think we're talking about, especially in those cases, biting your tongue doesn't really make anything get better. So I'm more so how you are now. I just try to season my words a little bit. I just try to make it to where, because sometimes when you try to give people that constructive criticism, they don't take the message. They look at it as, you're attacking me. And so I try to make sure I know I'm not attacking you, and I let your behind have it. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm a mixture of both, but I'm more so in the direction of now I'm just getting it off my chest. You're going to get it,
Yeah, because I feel like there's a difference between constructive criticism and tearing somebody down.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
No, it's a difference, because you can say things with love and then you can say things with hatred,
Right.
That's right. That's
so
right.
we have to be careful, because it's a thin line between those two,
It sure is
how
a
we
very
talk.
thin line.
So, like for me, I try to speak with love first, but then it's how you gonna perceive it. You gonna
That's
come back
right.
to me with love, or you gonna come back to me and we just gonna be going at it. Like, what you want to do?
Okay. Okay. And the wrong people try to chastise you for that. Because you're around, you follow me. We've talked back and forth many times.
Yeah.
And one thing I always talk about is the love I have for God. And people try to handle you because you love God.
Yeah.
And I have to tell people all the time, baby, don't get it twisted. Like, we're made in his image. It's like the same God that's kind and merciful. He's firm and he will cut you at the neck. It's like, don't do that. So yeah, I agree with you on that. Sometimes people just truly constructive criticism means I'm trying to build you up. I'm telling you something that's going to help you. I'm trying to better you. To be honest with you, that's showing love, to be honest with you. Because if someone truly loves you, they're not going to just criticize. They're going to make it some constructive criticism so that you can take something away from it. But yeah, the wrong people don't even want constructive criticism. They just want to, wallow in their little pity. And I'm with you on that. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for it.
And I mean, some people hide behind the veil of, well, I'm just trying to tell you, what I feel and how you should do it and how you should not do it. But how many times you gonna beat me over the head with it? Now you're abusive towards me with your criticism. It's not showing what it needs to show. It's showing more of, judgmental, being judging someone. And then I want to go back to what you said about how we have another side of us that we try to suppress. It's the flesh talking.
That's right, honey.
But at the same time, we all know that Jesus got upset. Didn't he push over a table or turn over a table?
Yes,
he did.
So, hey, we're human. That's an emotion that we have, and that's what I was speaking about. I know I've been judged right here on this app. People don't know me, but they're judging me off. Oh, she went off. She said this. She cussed this person out. She, whatever the case may be. That's a side of me that I had to show because I was being tried, and I didn't come on this app to be tried. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's right.
I have to defend myself, and I'm going to always defend myself on here in real life, whatever situation is itself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to do what I have to do to advocate for me, and I was just saying how, people have to try not to judge off situations like that. Like, go back and see what happened that brought that person to that.
Exactly. That's what you call reactive, reactive abuse. People don't understand when someone comes at you sideways. First and foremost, you don't know the type of day somebody is having. You don't know what woes I may be going through. You don't know, I could just be going through it already.
Right.
And then you come at me sideways. And so you get a side of me that's normally not me. Right. But I'm going to tell you, the wrong people always push, and push so that they can get that reactive abuse, so that they can turn around and say, hey, look at what Narcslayer did. Look at what Shay did. She's crazy. But what they do is they poke and they poke and they poke and they try to hide those hands. I've been in that situation a lot of times. And I'm going to tell you something. People normally come with the attack when you're already in a weakened state of mind anyway. But baby, let me tell you, once you get back on those feet, honey, and you remember who you are, it's like all of a sudden you have to start putting people in line. And it's like you say, they try to make it seem like, oh, you did this, oh, you did that. And I'm with you. I don't want to hear it. You pulled it out of me because just like you just said, sister, we're all humans. Yes. So I had to learn to pay attention to who was literally just poking at me, because you keep poking and poking and poking. Someone can turn around and bite your head off.
Yes.
And what can you say about it?
Well, that's what I was talking about earlier. That's the reason why I have developed the self-control I have, because I was under reactive abuse for 10 years. So I'm trying not to be so shelled, to keep my feelings in so much without exploding. Even when somebody poke at me, I still try to hold that self-control because the person had me just crazy for 10 years. So yeah, I do understand about that abuse, but I'm trying to not hold it back so much because I realized I saw how it's affecting my family, where I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for me so I can, keep myself under control, but I'm not being fair to people around me who need to, maybe get certain feelings out or whatever, because I'll just walk away just so I won't react.
Right. I understand what you're saying. I've been in similar situation, very, very similar. Okay. And I'm sure the more I'm around with you guys, you know how that goes. The more we converse and get to know one another, we talk more stuff comes out. And so, but yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. And what I had to do was, as I started focusing on, although I mean I have a family, I have little ones. So when I say focus on me, what I mean is not neglecting my responsibilities. But when I had me time, I made sure I poured into Shay. And what happened was, as I started, I've always loved me, but as I poured more into myself, spent more time with myself, and worked on me, it literally revamped the way that I think. And it put me into a place where, just like you say, I went from always bottling up until little by little, I would lash it on out. I would try to make sure that, I mean, come on now, we get mad. Things don't always come out the way we want it to come out when we're upset. That's why I hate when people try to nitpick. Oh, look at what she said. She was upset. What did you think? Or someone was dogging her name, or someone was lying on her. I get so upset when people like that really get under my skin, because they're trying to deflect from what's really going on. Yeah. So yeah, what happened for me is once I started to elevate by pouring into me and getting my self-love shown up where it needs to be, I stopped tolerating certain stuff, and I didn't have to put forth effort. It came naturally. So that's how I came from the whole withholding stuff, biting my tongue, because believe it or not, sis, it causes undue stress on us. When we hold in stuff, it'll show in forms that you may not even realize. Those headaches you're getting every now and then, those body aches you're getting every other day, that's your body. That's you not releasing that stress. So yeah, just continue to do whatever you're doing to care for you. And I can almost guarantee you, honey, it's going to come naturally. It's going to come naturally. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I had to learn that too, Shay, as far as internalizing, because when you come out of like abusive relationships and stuff like that, that's what we do within the relationship. We internalize.
Yeah.
And then it just automatically becomes a part of your personality, so to speak, even when you're not even with that person anymore. So you just got to practice on how to express yourself, in healthy manners, little by little, because it doesn't happen overnight, It
doesn't. No.
Nobody. Being in those kind of relationships, that stuff takes time to detox. Out of you.
It sure does.
Those people are demons, and
baby. Woo. Yes.
Yes, they are.
Woo. Yes, ma'am. Yes. The demon in my life even said it. You would be surprised at how these people don't have a lick of light within them. No. They have been overtaken, and unfortunately they willingly allowed it. That's something I had to teach myself as well. Just like we willingly allow God in, y'all, they willingly allow the darkness in by things that they do. So that's what made me stop feeling sorry for people who got in those situations, because you opened yourself up to it. And one thing I used to always say is, once the devil finishes, what the devil will do is he'll use them to tear you down and drag you through it, but he's going to turn around and do the same thing to them. It's a trick of the enemy. That devil makes you think, you're doing my work. He's going to turn around and devour you as well. But yeah, these people are full of so much uncleanliness, and it makes no sense. That's why what they do makes absolutely no sense. And that's why it's so sinister. People, they lightly say, oh, well, that person lacks empathy. That's dangerous. Lack of empathy is dangerous. That's borderline deadly. If there's no empathy there, ladies, what is there?
There's no soul.
Absolutely
exactly.
Nothing. Just emptiness.
Yeah. That's why I did that little. That's why I did that quick little video yesterday about the whole when people say, when people show you who they truly are, the first time, believe them. I had to get on and defend victims in those instances, because that snake doesn't come slithering up and say, hey, I'm a snake, I'm going to take you on through there, I'm going to ruin your life. No. That snake comes dressed as Prince Charming. I never used the word love bomb so much in my life. Love bomb the heck out of you. Yes. Let me tell you, ladies, in my case, this man made me feel like I was the only woman on planet Earth. Do you hear me? Ma'am. This man would walk to my house when he didn't have a car. He would walk. I mean, he would go overboard. All this love, respect. So in defense for victims, I believe exactly what he showed me in the beginning. And that's what he showed me: charm, love, affection. So once a person, what happens is they slowly start withdrawing that stuff. You're not even paying attention. And by the time it hits you dead on, baby, you're lost in the sauce. You're deep off in there. Now you're addicted. You have an addiction to them. It's not as easy as breaking away, because to be honest with you, just like the sister just said, that's a demonic tie there anyway. That's why you feel the addiction. That's not normal. Right. You're addicted to that spirit. That's what you're addicted to. So yeah, that's why I had to say that. You can't blame people. All you need to, and I get it. I get the quote and I agree, but it sounds very insensitive when you say that to a victim. Oh, well, you should have believed who they were when they showed you the first time. You don't ever say that to a victim. So yeah, people don't understand it. What I had to learn is people don't understand it for the most part unless they live it. That's what I had to come to the conclusion of.
They don't.
Yeah.
Nope. They don't understand unless they've been through it.
And like you said, how they present themselves, in different forms. I've been studying a lot about the spiritual side of these, narcissists and all that stuff like that. And what I've come to find out so far is that it's that Leviathan spirit.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And they're full of them. It's legions of them. It's not even just one. You know how people say, how we would say, it's like one day you're entertaining one person, within 5 minutes of something else, you're entertaining a different spirit. That's exactly what you're doing. They just all work in unison to take you out. Yes, you're the target. So you have that seductive spirit that's going to love you good, lay it down, be good to you, and then you're going to have these other devilish spirits that are going to work in, and they work simultaneously. That's what keeps us on the little hamster wheel, because they're going to do you dirty and then love you so good, and then do you dirty some more, and then love you so good. And that literally affects our mind. That's why I tell people, even with it confuses your mind. Like with me being a mom, I reference kids a lot. I have small kids. I'll never forget telling my husband once before, you have to be consistent with things. Otherwise, it sends off the wrong signal to the brain. If I discipline my child today for doing something they have no business, and then I let them slide tomorrow, and then I discipline them the day after that, and then I let them slide again, I'm confusing my child. And not only that, I'm confusing their brain. They don't understand. And that's the same thing those clowns do to us. I'm going to be mean and hateful, then I'm going to love you. Then I'm going to be mean and hateful, and then I'm going to love you some more. So our brains literally don't know what to do with that. It's very sinister.
Speak, sis.
That's that trauma bond. That's what it is.
But yes. It sure is. And it's no joke. It is no joke. I don't wish it upon anybody. I don't wish anybody. It's hard. And there are so many men and women, I say this a lot, in the grave. They didn't make it out. They didn't get
it.
They didn't. Okay.
No, they didn't.
I remember telling somebody one time, those shows that used to come on, and they find out that, I'll just say the husband in this case, but they find out that later on that the man killed the woman, and it's like, oh my gosh, but he was so nice. He took out my trash. He did this, he did that. They don't see the monster that's inside the house. Okay.
That's right.
And a lot of those
Yes.
people they don't have God's backing. It's just this is a spiritual war. That's why so many people die in the process, because they try to fight it in the flesh. You cannot win a spiritual war fighting in the flesh. You're going to lose your life. That's what's going to happen. So for like us sitting here talking about it, God literally pulled us out of it, because a lot of people didn't make it out.
Oh yeah, he
And
pulled us
I am
out.
so thankful to be here with
Mhm.
you guys today, because it could have been worse. You know what I'm saying? So, Shay Alice Flint says she subbed to you. She said that in the chat. Let me see. Angie's Place said, hi, Shay Love, and anyone I missed, good evening.
Hello, y'all.
You tell him don't do.
Wanda said, I agree. Angie's Place said, a lot of times people go on hearsay or what they heard all the time. I call it lack of communication. Yeah. Because sometimes hearsay is popular, you know? It's always
Yeah.
popular to like go with whatever the flow is at the time.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's why I talk about and that's why I talk about discernment a lot. If you can't discern, let me tell you something, you will be fooled, just like we were fooled. Okay.
Right.
Discernment, like I have discernment now. So now you can't, those things don't ride. You understand? Like I can feel when someone's lying to me. It's just, I can't even explain it. It's a wonderful feeling though. The only thing, I'll have somebody smiling in my face and they'll be just a lying.
Oh,
And I know they're
yeah.
lying, but they don't know that I know. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why
Mhm.
discernment is so important, because it's just like y'all say, it's so easy to want to believe the person that we're closest with in those cases too. But a lot of times it can be your friend. What do you do then? See, I'm that friend where I'm gonna let you know, baby, look, you need to get it together. But we need more people to do that. You know, we need to, but what happens too is, y'all, what really happens is the abuser lies. That's what really happens. The abuser goes and lies to everybody about what the real deal is. That's normally what
yeah.
happens. And then you find yourself in a pickle. See, I will never forget the day I decided, you know what? I'm not about to try to validate myself. It was almost like I heard God's voice in my head. It's like, wait a minute, I'm not going to try to validate myself, because one thing about it, the truth always comes out in the end.
That's right.
And I'm going to tell you something. When it comes out, baby, it comes with a vengeance. And so that's what happened in my case. Yeah. So it's one of those things where it happens too much.
I think that's something that happened with all of us. They start their smear campaign before they actually discard us. They've already started those lies rolling, you know.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
you feel like you have to defend yourself, but then you come to the conclusion, I don't have to defend myself because I know who I am and what I am, and eventually they'll know who told the lies.
Yep. Yes, ma'am. And guess what? They will never, the person who did all the lying though, they will never even admit anything. Of course not. They can't accept any accountability for anything.
No.
Right.
But yeah, I'm so happy you said that, because that is exactly how it happens. That smear campaign is supposed to take you out of the game. You're not supposed to be able to bounce back, because they get what they call those people now, flying monkeys. They get so many people to chime in with them, but half the people that chime in with them, guess what? They're narcissists too. They are demons too.
Yes.
Why else would you just sign up? Let me tell y'all, when it happened to me, and so many people started hitting my inbox, y'all, I kid you not. People who came up against me with lies and all apologizing. Oh my goodness. I had at least 80 emails. So many people were just apologizing. Shay, I'm so sorry. But you know what I had to say? I didn't accept it. I'm sorry. Yes, I love God, but I did not accept the apology. You know why? And I told them the same thing I'm going to tell y'all. Why didn't you at least try to find out for yourself first? So you chose a side without knowing anything, but you want me to sit up here and accept your apology. I just wasn't ready to accept it. That's just me though, because if you can just go into a situation and make a conclusion without all the facts, something that ended up hurting me a lot. What if I was really, really weak, y'all? What if I would have took my own life behind the campaign?
Right.
People out here taking a lie. Some people can't handle it.
I'm telling you.
Okay. So, and then they take their life and nobody still don't even know what the truth is. You know, you still don't even know what the truth is. So yeah, it's one of those things where I'm just at a completely different place. I see it for what it is. I kind of stopped using the word narcissist. I still use it, but I explain why I kind of stopped too, because I feel like every time I would say narcissist, I wanted to say demon, period, because that's what it is.
At the
And I
end
wanted
of the
people
day,
to, yeah, and I wanted
That's
people to
exactly what it
understand.
is.
And when I was, that's what made me stop my studies. When I was doing that studying in psychology and all of these terms, the sociopath, narcissist, psychopath, all of that, and you're giving me these descriptions of how they move, the things that they do. Plus, I'm in the Bible also. I put 2 and 2 together. These are demons.
you gotta
What are
call
you
that
talking
Straight
thing.
about?
demons
Yeah,
wrapped
call
in
that
flesh.
thing what it
You know,
is.
Yes.
that's the thing that used to get me so bad, because I knew when I was in it, I'm like, this is not a human. It's demonic. It's a whole demon wrapped in the
Yep.
body. I'm living with
Yep.
a demon. And I never in my life thought that I would be I used to be so strong that I never thought some demonic force could
Yes.
like sneak into my life like that. And I'm like, I'm
Yep.
involved with a demon. Like,
Yes,
really?
ma'am. Yeah.
Yes, it's that's all it is. It's a straight demon. It's
It
nothing
sure is,
else.
and
It's
it's mind
demonic.
blowing. Yep, I feel the same way you do, sister. I promise you. I said the same thing. I've always been strong, and what's crazy is the little hints over the years that you'll get. Like, I'll never forget my mom. Oh, rest her soul. I never forget her saying little stuff like, "You're just kind of different, Shay," you know, or "You're just not really yourself." You know, she would say little things here and there, but she was kind of like letting me know that, hey, so what's going on here? Because you slowly will become a shadow of yourself.
Oh,
You know,
shoot.
they will come in and drain you for everything. Take
Man.
all of your energy. They'll be sitting there sucking all of your energy, the little energy vampires. They
Yeah.
wear you out, take all of your energy, then complain about well, the kitchen isn't clean. What? I don't have energy because you done sucked it all up out of me. You don't have energy for yourself.
Yeah. Or why you sleep?
So,
You're supposed to be sleeping and they ask you why you sleeping. Just something crazy. You know?
all the time. They are. It's demonic though.
Yes.
It is
It's straight
demonic to the.
demonic.
It is straight demonic. And I was I said the same thing, but the Shay that y'all have today, oh baby, I'm 10 times stronger than the Shay I was before that demon came into my life. You
Okay.
see, that's what they don't count on. They don't count on the bounce back. They don't count on that. That's why the smear campaign is so, oh my gosh, that's why they go all in. That's why it's that ultimate betrayal. You're not supposed to bounce back from it. It's supposed to literally silence you
Wipe you
and get
out.
you out of the way. Yep. Yep.
That's right.
But see, as I used all of that, y'all, I used all of that and I transmuted it into something to elevate me. And all of the lies, the smear, all of the people who believe those smear campaigns, they follow me now. They're right here with me on my YouTube journey, feeling bad because they believed so many lies. But I was patient. You know,
That's
I
right.
sat there with so many lies, y'all, and y'all know what I'm saying. Those lies cut to your heart.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Like, they'll say
Yes.
some stuff that you are literally trying. I remember telling him one time, you are trying to make me hate you. It's no other way. Why would you, y'all? Some of the stuff they do, I wouldn't even do to my worst enemy.
Enemy. Oh no. Wouldn't. Not at all.
You know? So yeah, it's like you say, it's like the Bible. What does that the Bible say? The enemy is a member of your own household. You'll be thinking the enemy is somebody outside and your enemy right there in the bed with you. Okay.
And you know this is not biblical, but I've seen where they say if the devil can't get to you, he gonna send a narcissist.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Which is
Yes,
him.
ma'am.
Shape, size, or
If he
form.
can't get to you himself in
Yes,
any other way, he gonna
ma'am.
send you a narcissist.
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
I tell you, I never thought I would face anything like that. But you know, we all got out of it. That's a good thing, you know. I'm still building. I'm 2 years out of
Mhm.
mine. So I'm still
Yes, ma'am.
building.
It's
But
something else. It's a
yes, it was.
journey. I see something. I just want to say something about what Angie's Place said there, where she says your family will see it first most of the time. You are absolutely right.
Right.
That's because we're still under the illusion. See, they come in and basically put us in this trance-like state. We don't see anything wrong in them. It's almost like, y'all, the addiction. Oh my gosh, just thinking back about it. We were addicted to these people. That is not normal. That is not even normal. And I remember my brother-in-law telling my sister one time, he was mentioning how this person in particular could never come back into their house. And my sister's like, why? She was like, they are full of demons. So you are right. Your family will see it first. They will see it. That's because the family isn't under the illusion that you're under. See, they go to work on us. I don't think people understand love bombing and all of that. Yeah, that's sinister. Literally. They're literally kind of like putting us into like this. It's like they suck us into. Yes, there you go. There you go. It's nothing but a spell. It's nothing but a spell. Yes, ma'am. And the only way to break from that spell is to let God in. When he saw that I made my stand for God, oh baby, that devil got mad. What you say? He got mad. And what's crazy is he tried to start doing right. But by that time, discernment was already within me. So even through the tears, oh, I'm sorry, I love you, my gut was telling me it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. Abort the mission. It's a lie. And the whole time I'm sitting there watching this man crocodile tears, and not one of those tears was even legit. So yeah, you're right. The family does see it first. You're right. I just wanted to say that you're dropping some gems in your chat too. I see.
Well, that's the truth. The family does see it first. I didn't realize how much my family saw it, 'cause I didn't bring mine around my family in 10 years. I didn't bring him around my family at all. At all, because I knew he was no good, and I didn't want him to be around my family. So my situation was slightly different in that. But even though I didn't bring him around my family, they saw I was not the same. I couldn't tell I wasn't the same, but they saw I wasn't the same.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
And then, if you guys see what Angie said, Angie's Place, she said, yes, they want everyone to hear the story. And the story that's being told, it be all lies.
Yes, ma'am.
The thing is that manipulation is a form of witchcraft.
Witchcraft. Yes, ma'am.
That is what it is. Yeah.
It sure is. Yeah.
You sit there and be under them kind of spells and tactics. They get in your head and everything like that.
Yes. Yes. They get into your head. Yeah. That's what, girl. Listen, y'all. Listen. When I tell you, when I go in on this type of content with demons and guarding your mind and all of that, I don't talk about that because of my health. I talk about that because of my testimony. You gotta guard your mind. Baby, let me tell you, baby, look, I'm getting chills right now. I kid you not. If you don't guard that mind, they are coming for it. That's why I will say it over and over again. Oh my gosh, I have hundreds of videos where I'm going to throw it in there about guarding your mind, because once I control your mind, where the mind goes, the body follows. That's why I put so much emphasis on, you got to have protection. That mind has to be protected. You can't give them even a ounce. And one thing I learned was, because see, I don't know if y'all went through this, but I went through the whole thing where towards the end, I would wake up, this joker standing over me, I'm asleep. And it would be the most sinister. I would feel this energy that was so sinister. And the very last time that it happened, I kid you not, I was discombobulated. I mean, and he didn't move. He just still would just stand there. And it's like, it was almost like he was tugging at my soul. Like, I can't even explain it. And I remember it got to the point where I was scared to fall asleep. The way I would fall asleep was right up under him, because if I'm right up under you, you can't be standing over me watching me. And so I was still praying. I did not let down or back down on my faith, not one time. If anything, I doubled up. And so what happened was, eventually he stopped, because after that last time, baby, I got on my knees. I'm talking about my knees and my elbows to God after the last time, because it literally was almost like he was trying to drain my soul. Let me tell you something. Somebody inboxed me and told me exactly what that was. This woman says, now this is gonna sound weird, y'all, but you know, the enemy, God says that even the enemy, he'll put an enemy in a position to where they're helping you, even though they're your enemy.
Oh,
And
yeah.
this lady was telling me that she's a dark witch. This was her exact words. She was telling me she was a dark witch, and she was telling me about some things. And she told me, she said, I'm gonna tell you something, because she overheard me mentioning on a video about the standing over me while I was sleeping, how it made me feel. And she explained to me that that's when she said, you were being attacked. She said, you were getting attacked in your dream state. They couldn't attack you while you were awake. She said, you must be a very, very faith-driven person. She said, because as long as you are up and moving around, they couldn't attack you like they wanted to. So they would wait till you were asleep. And she said, those demons, they will literally protrude into your dream state, attacking you. She said, that's why you felt the way you felt when you woke up. Let me tell y'all, I almost hit the floor. I almost hit the floor because these things are so sinister. You know, they're so sinister, but it's so real. But at the end of the day, you just gotta, if you let God in, they'll run. They'll go about their business, but they're gonna come back. They're gonna try to come back. But yeah, it's very sinister. So I hate when people try to make light of the situation, because it's nothing light about this here. They want your soul. They want to devour you. Yeah, they really want to devour us. So I'm glad y'all.
They have a darkness in their eyes. Like,
yes,
you know, like I've always been the type of person that I can pretty much tell things by your eyes, you know, like what's behind them. You know, I could tell just how you look, you know, and in my experience with narcissists or demonic people, their eyes are dark. What is that? The pupil?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The part that's around the darker part is very, very dark. That's just what I've peeped in dealing with these people. They even have the look of a demon by the eyes.
Yep, they sure do. They sure do.
You know, it just looks soulless behind them.
That's the word. That's the word. It's soulless. It's like the absence of a soul there. It's like the absence of a soul. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'll never forget a picture that was taken one time, and I deleted it so fast because it scared me. You know how you take a picture on your phone and you're looking back at the picture. Yes. That picture scared the hell out of me. Those eyes, and it was this grin I could feel through my phone. I deleted that picture so fast. I got that picture out of my phone. It made me feel so uncomfortable. But the icing on the cake, imagine your child telling you, Mom, where's my dad? That's not my dad. I don't know who that is. Mama, where my real daddy at? Because that's not my dad. The first time I heard that, I kind of brushed it off because I was busy. I was doing something. But then I heard it again. Okay. Now, the third time I heard that, that's when I sure enough started paying attention. Okay. And because y'all know kids are more pure, so they see things that we don't see. Absolutely. And my baby told me, I want my real dad. My baby said, Mama, that's not your husband. That's exactly what my baby told me. My baby said, Mama, that's not your husband. I was like, what do you mean? At this time, I've been getting into it. I'm finding out what's going on. So it's still kind of, it's scary at that time. It's still scary. And he's like, that's not your husband. I said, well, who is it? He was like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know where daddy at, but that ain't him. Y'all. Baby, I done been through it. I tell people all the time, my channel, what I talk about, I'm not going around collecting stories. I'm telling you my testimony because I don't want anybody else to lose their life in the process. And it's so much that I still don't talk about currently. Okay. I've said more here just with y'all than I've said over on my own channel because I know he watches. I know his family and all of that. I know they're there. You understand? So I'm still, even though I'm still going through that phase where I still kind of care about what I say, but that's coming to an end briefly. Okay, because as you look, as you grow in that strength, you don't care about any of that. Okay, so yeah, but
Exactly.
it's just one of those things where, when you're trying to speak your truth, people will attack you instead of
Yeah.
saying, why did you do that?
Woo.
They
They
attack you.
will.
Why
They
are
will
you
Mhm.
attack you.
saying what
Hmm.
Yeah.
happened?
That's
Why are
right.
you telling people? Are you
Hmm.
serious?
Out
So
here
you got to
doing
get rid of people
God's
like
work.
that too.
Yes,
Baby, I
just
cut
out here
them off
doing
too.
God's work. Yep. And you
So
get judged for doing God's work,
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
so Shay,
That's
if you don't
right.
mind me asking, how long you been out?
Me and my husband are actually in separation currently.
How,
As of
yeah, but how long have you been like free from it, separated
since
from the whole
December.
situation? Oh, so
Since
it's real
December.
fresh. Oh
Oh,
wow,
this
it's
is
very
fresh,
fresh for
fresh.
you.
Yeah. And then we have
Oh,
kids. I
okay,
have a whole
okay.
family. See, the thing is,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't how do I say this? It's like, if you know, you know. Like,
Right.
if you know me and you know me personally, you know that almost all of my content is testimony if you know me. But if you
Hmm.
don't know me, you look at it as, this woman know what she talking about, because I don't talk bad about him. I'm not over there just bad mouthing. I've been through that stage
Exactly.
before. God told me that wasn't the way to handle that.
Hmm.
The way the God showed me the way that you handle that situation is you just keep speaking the truth. That's what
That's
shines
right.
the light. So it took
Hmm.
me away from, just, oh, I'm gonna just, bash you and always say your name or always reference you. God took that ain't that's not how it ever went. So a lot of people don't even realize. A lot of people are still asking, people don't even know, because I mean, but yeah, we're still married. This is my husband currently, but we're in separation. December last year was I remember the day, honey. I remember the day I tossed that joker out. But and I just thank God. And I remember just falling to my knees and thanking God for my life. And
Hmm.
ever since that
Amen.
moment, when you look back in hindsight, when you look back at things in hindsight, that's when everything makes sense. And
Amen.
y'all, those demons was whipping my behind. Y'all, I was in a
Hmm.
doctor that high blood pressure, hair falling out,
Hmm.
weight. These people looking at me like I'm crazy. They're looking at me like there's nothing wrong with you. We're running tests. They're thinking now that something's wrong with me. But it's clear that my hair is falling out. My weight is just dropped. All of these things, these headaches. I used to have these headaches, y'all. The kind of headaches I had when I was under those spells, it feels like your skull is being cracked completely open.
Oh
I've
yes,
had
yes,
that. Yes.
yes.
There's
Yes.
nothing you can
Oh my
do.
gosh.
When
Yes.
I would get those headaches, 9 times out of 10, you know where I ended up? At the ER.
The ER getting the
It was
morphine.
nothing you
Mm-mm.
can do. Yep.
Yeah.
Because it was nothing else you could do. But
Yep.
guess what, y'all? When I made that firm dedication to God and told him that I'm going to strive to do my best, I kid you not. And and I didn't just say it, I started positioning my life accordingly. Baby, I haven't had one of those headaches since December. I kid you not. My testimony is so powerful. I can't wait to be able to just speak about so much more. But I'm telling you, and I found that out from the lady too. Those headaches, that was due to witchcraft stuff people was
Oh
doing.
yeah.
That's not a normal headache, baby. Your skull feel like it's splitting open. I mean, I didn't know if I was coming or going. These headaches, it wasn't a regular migraine. This was there's no other words for me to describe it. It literally just feel like somebody was just cracking my skull open. It was so painful.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've been there, Shay. And
Ain't
really
that something?
nothing could help except going to the ER and
Nothing.
getting a
Yep.
morphine.
To get the morphine.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. But what was going on
Yeah,
was, y'all,
y'all.
that was those dark forces whipping our behind. That's why I
That's
tell
right.
people, you gotta have your angelic team fighting them. Because if your angelic team, those angels aren't fighting that darkness for you, what happened to me and y'all, that's what happens. You're gonna feel those effects because you don't have God's team of angels protecting you. It's real. I tell you, baby. I shut a lot of stuff down when I opened up and started speaking about what I spoke about. All of those flying monkeys, all of them bagged off. It was nothing they could
Yes.
say. Nobody could say
Nothing.
they're all wicked. They're all evil. They're all into witchcraft, warlocks. I found out half of them are witches and warlocks. So my truth made them get away from me, honey. Oh, they got as far away from me as they still listen in though. They listen in, and from time to time they'll drop a comment. They sure will. It's an occult. The people I'm talking about, they have a whole occult thing going on. It gets deep, y'all. This narcissist thing is no joke. That's why I hate when people make light of the situation.
Yes.
It is no joke. But I'm gonna tell y'all this, ladies, and I'm gonna hush up for a minute. The fact that we were put in those positions, even though it could have been something we did for ourselves, we could have put ourselves in it, honestly. But the fact that we were able to prevail, the fact that we were able to turn around and be able to testify, talk about these things, and be stronger for it. I can only imagine how God smiles. Think about it. Because we got beat down. We were getting beat, not physically. I was never physically touched. I'm not gonna lie, I was never physically touched, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, I was everywhere. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You can't tell me anything about the God I serve. That's what I tell people. You can't tell me nothing about the God I serve.
That's right. I know people who follow my page, they hear me often say when I sit down and think about how my mind is still intact after going through what I went through psychologically.
Yeah, that's right.
I felt like that devil was trying to mix my whole brain up.
He was
like a salad, just trying to mix it all up. And to get out of that with my mind intact, that ain't nothing but God.
And that's exactly what he was trying to do. The word play, the word salad, all of that. That's the confusion. The devil is the author of confusion. If I can keep you confused, you will never know what's going on, and you're gonna stay in a state of distress. I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you. Always.
Yes.
Always on edge. I remember at one point in time, towards the end, I know this was just God. I know it was God, but like towards the end, y'all. Anytime I was alone in the same like room with them, or by my heart, like say for instance, I'm at home with the kids, everything is fine. And let's just say he'd come in from work, and he'd come like sit next to me or be close to me. Y'all, my heart would start racing. My feet would, my palms of my hands would start sweating. I'm talking about dripping sweat. My feet would start like to the point where my feet would be slipping in my house shoes. It's like my body would go in. I didn't know what it was, y'all.
Like
my body. Y'all, my gut was literally saying, get away. I kid you not. It had to be. I would literally go into this like, at the time, I didn't even think about it as like a panic or anxiety. I didn't think about it like that. But my body, our natural body mechanism was warning me. Danger, danger. I like to tell young women, even to some of them young women listening in, if butterflies in the stomach is not what you think it is. Our gut is our body's natural, what's the word I'm looking for? Defense mechanism. It alerts us. A lot of times when I think back, now this is pertaining to me, and I hear women say, oh girl, yeah, he gave me the butterflies. The relationship ended horribly because those wasn't butterflies in your stomach. That was your body's natural defense mechanism telling your behind to get away. But because the love bomb happened, you overrode what your natural body was telling you was wrong. Those weren't butterflies for you to be gee. That was your body telling you something is wrong here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what that was. And I co-parent, and I remember when we have kids, so I have to for now anyway. And I'll never forget the one time he came into our home after he was gone, and it's just like the Bible says when it talks about how the demons get out and when they come back, and it's like they're just looking around, just trying to see, if you done cleaned up shop yet. And I'll never forget how he kind of walked through the house like, and I remember telling him, I was just talking though. And I was like, yeah, I've been getting the best sleep. I've never felt better. I was like, even the air, I just feel so much at peace. I was like, it's just different. And I'll never forget him saying this. I mean, it was so bland the way he said it. He was like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. That's all he said. because there's peace. The peace was restored into my home once I got the darkness out. So when
Yeah.
that's another thing. That's why I do the thing about that, y'all. But that's why I talk a lot about for people who are on that end as well, people who have been taken over by the enemy. Because believe it or not, some of them think that they can't come back from it. You can. You just gotta want
Oh
to.
yeah.
That's how that goes. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's something I don't want anybody to have to deal with. And I tell people now, especially if kids are in the mix, you gotta do something. You gotta do something because that is not an environment that the kids should be around. They just shouldn't, you know. And I can't say that he was just a horrible, awful parent. I can't say that. All I can say is you weren't a good parent. How could you be a good parent if you're evil, if you're wicked, or if you have all of that going on? But one thing the Bible says is you being a wicked person, you can still give good gifts. That's a scripture in the Bible. Basically, what God was saying is even wicked people do good things. That don't mean they're not wicked. That's what that meant.
That's true.
Wicked people
Oh
do good
shoot.
deeds all the time. Think
Hmm.
about
Mhm.
think about what these men did for us, y'all, and
Oh
had us in
yeah, they
love with
did good
them.
things. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's that
Baby, I
love
was treated like
bombing.
the baby. I was treated like royalty. What are you saying? But yeah, until you wake up. Once you wake up and that fog lifts and you see it for what it is, oh, it's game on. Then here comes a smear campaign and everything else because we found out what we were dealing with.
That's right.
Let the redeemed of the Lord say so.
Baby, I'm so happy I came over here, y'all,
I'm
and got to
happy
chit
you
Mhm.
chat with
did
y'all
too.
here.
Yes. Thank you so much. I
Girl,
enjoyed this.
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
This was an awesome live. Like it went in a direction that I wasn't anticipating, but hey, look, God is in control, so it is what it is.
That's
It
And
right.
sure is.
I'm very happy that it went in that direction. You took the words out my mouth, Shay.
Honey,
So
it feels good talking to
you
people who
welcome over
know.
here anytime. You guys are
I
always
appreciate it.
welcome over here. So thank you
Well, I
all
will
so
definitely be around. I will
Yeah.
definitely be around. I have my notification going and everything.
Angie's Place said the children feel the negative energy. They just don't clearly understand. Right.
That's right. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
You know,
Absolutely.
I
That's right.
know a person. I know a person who is 59 years old now, and he had a he calls him Machiavellian. He was at the top of the dark triad. He was that bad with his
Yep.
narcissism, and
Hmm.
the effects of him now. The best thing to do if you are in a relationship like that is just like you said, get the children away from it. He is scarred, I mean, badly at
Yeah.
59
Hmm.
years old from going through what he went through. I mean, he can't stand to hear loud noises. He has no self-esteem,
Yes.
no self-worth. He's always,
Yep.
I mean, he never got married, never had any children. He doesn't feel like he is, I mean, he feels like nothing. Exactly what the narc wants to make you feel is how he feels.
Yep. Hmm.
And this is a
Yes.
59-year-old man. And if you can get away from it when you have children, get away. Because I see what
Yeah.
it did to him. And I pray for him a lot,
Mhm.
a lot.
Hmm. Those
He
demons will
does
jump right
sometimes
into your kids. Hmm.
he go through a whole lot of moments where he wants to unalive himself at his age. Still
Hmm.
going through it.
Yeah.
Daddy been gone. His daddy been gone. But the after effects are still there. He watched his mom turn,
Hmm.
like we talked about earlier. He watched his mother go from this vibrant Christian woman who was active in her community to a shell. She would just
Yes.
sit in the chair
Hmm.
all day long, cook his dinner. That's it. Just sit there.
Yep.
And once he left,
Yep.
she felt like she had no reason to be here. I mean, it's awful. These are
It's
truly, we
hard.
already said
Yeah.
it, truly demonic forces that are dispatched from the pit of hell to
Yes,
steal,
ma'am.
kill, and
And
destroy. That is
destroy.
their
Yes,
absolute mission.
ma'am. It
Anybody
sure
that
is.
got a light shining, they want to put that light out. And they do everything
Yes,
they can to
ma'am.
try to put that light out.
Yes, everything.
So
And they
once
will go
again, once
to.
we Huh? So I'm sorry, what you say?
No, I wasn't saying anything. I was just agreeing with you.
Oh yeah, I thought you were going to say something else. I was listen. Yes, because you putting out all of us putting out some jewels.
Yes,
No,
honey,
I don't
we
want to
get
cut you off.
quiet. We get quiet when Shay
All of
speaking,
us putting out
honey.
some jewels.
Yes, because she be
Yes.
speaking wisdom, honey. You gotta be quiet when she speak and soak it all
Hmm.
in.
It's just,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
wisdom, y'all, but I ain't proud of it. Look, I'm not proud of it.
look, I mean, but it's good. It was our purpose. Sometimes we wonder
Yeah.
why did we go through what we went through. Well, when we see where we are
Yeah.
now and how we are, because you actually came out with yours earlier than me. That's the reason why I asked you how long have you been out of your situation, Shay. Because
Hmm.
I just recently, like, really, really started talking about it, really talking about things that I was so embarrassed about. I just talk about it now like it's nothing, you know.
Right.
But
Because
it
it's
took me,
embarrassing. Yeah.
yes, that it took me like a couple of years to get to that point. Maybe the last 3 months
Yeah.
I've been more open than I ever have been. Because
Hmm.
that thing right there is just life altering, and it just does something, like you said, it does something to your mind. And I
It
try
Mm-hmm.
does.
not to dwell on it. I try not to. But when I think every day of my life, when I see where I am, even though I don't like where I am right now, as far as the place I am in my life right now, the whole point is I have my sanity. So if I can't thank God for nothing else, I can thank Him for I
Yes.
still have my mind.
And
That's
your
right.
life. And your life.
Yep.
Yeah, and my
In your
life
life.
too.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You're right. I know when I put him out, I'll never forget this sister telling me, my sister in Christ, of course, I'll never forget her telling me, Shay, he has to stay out. She said, listen to me, baby. She said, if and this is a lady who takes the term true prophet to a whole nother level. The Bible says you'll know about their fruits. Everything this woman has ever said to me since I've been knowing her, baby, you can take it to the bank. I do not care. You can take it to the bank. It's going to always come to pass. I'm talking about a true woman of God. So when she told me this, it literally made me just freeze in my tracks. This is what she told me. She said, he has to stay gone. She said, the only way he can come back into your life, she said, you're going to know because only God can do it. She said, Shay, if you let him back into that house and into your home before God either cleans him up and removes those dark deities from him, she said, somebody's going to lose their life.
Mm.
And when she said somebody's going to lose their life, she was looking at the look on my face and she paused for a second and she said, I'm just going to tell you this. She said, I don't know who's going to lose their life. She said, I want you to know this. You got 3 babies, don't you? She said, I'm gonna leave it just like that. If you let that demon back in, somebody's going to pass away, Shay. And you don't know who it is, and you have 3 kids. Baby, she had to tell me nothing else because every single thing she's ever told me has come true. So why would I start doubting her now? One of those that could be one of my, oh no, I can't even make the words come out of my mouth. I heard you. Okay. And I pray to God fervently to remain strong because y'all, it's hard. Nobody will ever understand again,
And
unless you've been in a
been
situation.
through it. Yes.
Yeah. People will say the most insensitive things to you because
Yes.
they don't understand it's not a regular relationship. It's
No,
not a regular relationship. In a regular relationship, you can break up and still be cool and
right.
everything else.
Right.
When in a regular relationship, you break up and still want to see somebody do well. This is not what that is.
Mm,
This is
Mhm.
somebody who these
Yes.
people strategically take out the time. They
Mhm.
plot and they plan.
Mhm.
But the one thing
yeah.
they don't plan on is you having a relationship with God. I remember I went in on that so hard. I remember saying, do you believe me now? Do you believe me now? Because he was telling everybody that my relationship with God was fake, that I didn't really love God. He was telling people those types of things. And so they were hopping on the paddy wagon doing stuff. They all regretted it, every last one of them, because they found out the hard way. Oh no, this lady. And that's why I say, when I tell y'all, I know I joke about it, but I talk to God for real. I tell people that all the time. That's why I want people to get a relationship with God. Just like I'm talking to y'all, I talk to God. If you hurt me, I'm
Yes.
telling on you. And
Okay.
that's just that. I'm going to snitch. Yep, I sure am. I'm going to tell him what you did, how it made me feel, and everything else because I know he's going to
Right.
have my back.
That's
So
right.
yeah, I thank God, man. Y'all just don't even understand. Y'all don't even
Yes, we
understand.
do.
And, I mean, yeah, you do. You do. I'm sorry, I
Yes,
mean to say it like that. It's out of
definitely do
context, but you
Yes.
do.
understand.
You do.
Yes,
I
you
want to
in the
say something
right
about what
place.
Angie said real quick. Where Angie said how that's why you see a lot of people in the hospital sick, stress, and all of that. I'm gonna tell you something. Even hospitals know. I learned this studying in psychology, y'all. It's deeper than you would ever imagine. The hospital has this book. I can't think of the name of it. It's almost like what they go to when you're having certain symptoms and stuff. Hospitals know when they've run every test on you and everything's coming back negative and they can't find anything done with you. Oh man, I'm gonna have to just do a show on it one day, and I'm gonna have to bring you on, sis, because I really don't want to butcher it up. But in layman terms, it's like they know they know that you're under a demonic oppression. They know it. I can't even go into details like I want to right now because I want to make sure I get this out right. But hospitals, they know certain things. It's so deep. It's deeper than what you can ever imagine. I just rather stick with God so I don't have to find out. But I ended up being in a situation, so I had to find out anyway. But it's definitely one of those things where the only way to fight it, y'all, is through God. That's it. It's no other way. What'll happen is you'll separate from them and you'll let them come back, and they only get worse. Just like the Bible say, the demons come back and they come back with how many more? 7 more or 7 times
Yeah.
stronger. The
Mhm.
same with narc. What does everybody say about their narc? Well, I let them come back and it got worse, real bad
Oh
right
my
away.
gosh.
Isn't that what
Mm.
they say? That's those
Yes.
demons. That demon left, went and got a lot of more demons and came right back to you. That's why not only did it get worse, it got worse a lot faster, didn't it? Y'all didn't make it a week, did you? He came back on Monday and you just put him out again on Friday, didn't you? Uh-huh. That's why they come back worse because they're not coming back to mend things. They're coming back to take you out. And that's just that.
Yeah, they're very relentless, honey. You know,
Mhm.
you got to put on that full armor and know what you're dealing with.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and
Because they know what they're doing.
they sure do. Hmm.
Sneaky little jokers. Yeah, they are some sneaky, secretive little jokers. They are.
Very diabolical in what they're trying to do too.
Yeah,
So, and that's all the work of the devil at the
it
end of the
sure
day,
is.
because
It
that's
is.
what he does. That's what he does to us and
It sure
everything like
is.
that. And it is what it is. It happened, and I'm just thankful that we all made it through, and we're
Yes,
here, and
ma'am.
we can testify about it, and help someone else that may be listening, but they don't
That's
know how to
right.
come out and speak on it, or
Mm-hmm.
and they might feel that they're suffering in silence. They don't know how to handle it, and that's what I wanted to come out here and do, which is the main purpose for my channel, is to
That's
speak to
right.
those people that may be in the dark and feel
Yeah,
like they don't know what to do. There's something you can do. It's
it
always something.
sure is.
But when you're in them kind of relationships, you feel like there ain't no way out.
That's
Yes. I
Literally.
begged. I literally am living out a prayer that I prayed. I begged. I'm like, God, this cannot be life. This cannot be life. This is not how this is supposed to be. And again, y'all, what people fail to realize is you're not just always going through bad times. That's another thing people don't realize, how you can stay in a situation for so long. You're going to have some times that appear to be really, really good.
Right.
You're not just going to be, of course this is going to be happening the majority of the time, but like I mentioned, they know how to come in and pull you right back in. And that's something that people don't realize, so yeah, you're going to have some good times, but if you had to go make a list, baby, you're going to have a whole tablet full of bad times and one page probably full of good if you have to go back and really digest it and look into it that way. But yeah, I'm gonna put it to you like this, from based on what you just said. How you say people don't really want to talk about it, and I
Yeah.
hope this doesn't make anybody feel any type of a way. But it's something that comes from the Word. Okay, it comes out the Bible. You do not want the blood of somebody else on your hand. What do you mean, Shay? You do not want to be sitting up having a conversation with somebody. Or let's just say you know something. In this case, we're talking about what we've gone through, right? Let's say that you held your tongue. You didn't speak on what was being said to you. Okay. And you're in the presence of someone who could possibly be affected by them. And then it turn around and God forbid something happens to that person and they lose their life. Their blood is on your hands because you didn't speak up. I don't know about y'all, but I got enough stuff I got to answer for myself. I don't need nobody else's blood on my hand. You understand?
Yes.
See, what the world thinks is a snitch. It's in the Bible somewhere too. No. That's the world. The world is going to hell with gasoline draws on. Okay. The world has us all messed up. You are to speak the truth. If people don't like what's being told about them, they need to change their self. You got to change you. If you want me to have great things to say about you, you need to be a great person. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what made me to speak up a little bit more. It's because I don't want the next person's daughter next in line with this client. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though we can't stop that, and you know, we all have our own battles, but you get what I'm saying. If we want to, we just want to be careful. Like, we don't have to dog and badger, but when you're talking about what you've gone through, that is a testimony. It's nothing wrong with that. And that's empowering to the next woman. And it's like you say, it's a domino effect. We're talking about what we went through. Guess what? 50 other women will come forward and talk about what they went through.
And it's
because they feel empowered.
even
And
for
it's therapeutic.
talk about
Yeah.
it, because it helps me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to know that I could be helping someone else, under the sound of my voice right now, who knows? I'm fine with that. That's my purpose. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and I know what comes along with the judgment and harassment or whatever the case may be on these social medias and everything like that. But the thing with me is my skin is very thick. I can pretty much handle it because I'm gonna let you know a few things and then I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna be deterred on what my purpose in life is, and I'm very clear on what I want to do, and I'm gonna always try to make it happen. By any means necessary. And so, very powerful. Everything you said, Shay.
Everything y'all said too. Y'all, we've been sharpening some iron right here. I tell you that much.
Angie said they come right back with toxic souls they left, bringing them inside your home.
Yep. That's right, Angie. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. And they're normally very promiscuous. So they're going around sleeping with people and bringing all of that in too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was in denial about that for a while. But if you are a narcissist, aka demon baby, you're promiscuous because that's in your MO. Okay. That's one of the things that you tend to do. Of course, we don't ever want to, when you're in the situation, you can try blocking it as much as you want, but for the most part, there's some type of infidelity in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say? They say that when you're in a relationship like that, the narc is single. You're the one that's in the relationship, not the narc.
Yep.
So you're absolutely correct. There's a whole lot of infidelity all the time. That's the reason why they can move on from you to the next one so quick, because the next one always
like it's nothing. Yeah. Honey, been there. They'll go dig somebody from the past, or they're gonna just go overboard love bombing somebody. You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. I remember even explaining.
Been through it a few times.
I remember explaining to him, that's just like I was saying. Well, let me just put it back on me. I'm a married woman. I'm separated right now. He is not here at all. But I'm still a married woman. The only thing that makes me single, it will be that divorce. That's what will make me single. See, they think that well, I'm done, I'm over it, whatever. So now I'm single. That's not how you exit a union. And I try to I'm the type of woman who, because see, it gets very, marriage and dating is completely different. And I like to stress that a whole lot because God is the author of that marriage, and anybody intervening or doing anything like that, oh my God, you're going to have some wrath come down on you. And
Yes.
that's just that. And I like to tell these women when they be entertaining these married men, I'm that woman who, if one of y'all's husband tried to talk to Shay right now, I'm not going to even lie, ladies, and I have much respect for both of y'all, but I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth, what I would do if one of y'all husbands tried to talk to me. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send this book right back where he came from. I'm never going to even tell you it happened. You know why I'm not going to tell you? Because I have absolutely no interest in him anyway. I have no
Exactly, right.
interest. I don't want anything from him. So I'm literally going to tell him, baby, go home to your wife and leave me alone. That's what I'm going to do. When a woman is so quick to come and tell you that your husband came at her, 9 times out of 10, she liked it. And she's telling you to upset you, baby. Like I said, I was born a day, but it wasn't yesterday, okay? Because a woman, if I have no interest, why am I going to go stir up something in y'all's house? Because the Bible tells me that marriages go through tribulation. That could have just been a weak moment for that man. That could have been a weak moment. So I use what I know, and I'm going to tell him, baby, go home to your wife and make stuff right. And I'm never going to tell you about it. That's how I roll, because I do try to live according to the Bible. I'm not going to come, like I said, I don't want them. So why open up that can of worms?
Yeah.
Maybe the next one will tell you. But Shay's not going to tell you.
It's nothing to
And
tell.
I tell women too, with the same wrath that's coming for that married person, you're going to get some of it because you have went and entangled yourself with a married person. You are going to get it too. So yeah, I tell women, don't, I've heard both sides, about, people like entertaining married people because it's easy. Yeah, easy to go to hell forever. So you go on down there. And just being a woman, what woman wants her spouse, or man, what mature person at all want their person stepping out on them? I don't want nobody doing that to me, so I'm not gonna do it. And just because they do it doesn't mean I'm gonna do it.
That's right.
So yeah, those demons know exactly what they're doing though, y'all. Just like everything y'all said, we take to the bank. It's just one of those things though. It's truly sinister, and they will have those spirits in your house. They will have them in your house. Okay. You'll be hearing things, seeing things, stuff moving around. Those spirits will be pouring up out of them and into your living space. You got to be careful.
I used to play so much gospel music. Drown that stuff out. I would play my gospel music, and then when he would get to acting up, I would rebuke that demon right in his face. He didn't know what I was doing. I would rebuke it right in front of his face, standing over top of me. I would just say, "Satan, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." And he would look at me like I was crazy and turn around and walk away.
You know why he looked like he was crazy? He saw God's spirit.
Gonna make them feel uncomfortable every time.
Oh, yes.
All you gotta do is put some gospel music on and just sit back and look.
That's right. And I'm from the old school. My mom taught me, like, I have a Bible open in every room in my house. There's a Bible open in every room in my house.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, people don't understand. You got to be fully armored up to fight this thing here. Like, there's no room for a tear in your armor. If there's a tear in the armor, baby, you finna get God. You got to make sure that as soon as you get a tear, you need to make sure you have your needle and your sewing kit right there so you can get that baby fixed right back up. Because if you don't, it can literally go south really, really, really fast. And you're right, that music, those songs playing in the house, honey, it can drive them insane. And the reason he looked at you crazy like that is he saw that God spirit in you. That happened to me. I remember he was saying something crazy to me, and something literally turned this. It sounds scary how I say this, but by the end of it, it won't. He was saying something crazy, and I mean, he was going in, and you know how you just kind of like turn your head to the side and then look at somebody, but like really slowly, how it can kind of sound like in a creepy way, but that's exactly how my head did. But what's crazy is I don't remember turning my head. That's the part that freaked me out. So I turned my head, I tilted my head kind of sideways, and I looked at him. I said, "Do you know who I am? Do you know who you're talking to?" And my body literally walked right up in his face. And I said it again. I could literally feel his nose. That's how close I got to him. I said again, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Y'all, I kid you not. My husband is dark skinned. That joker got 3-4 shades lighter. It was like he saw a ghost. The way he looked at me, y'all, it scared me. I turned around because I'm trying to figure out, what does he see? I'm like, what is he looking at? Why is he scared all of a sudden? And he told me, go on now, Shay. Go on now, Shay. I wasn't even serious. Baby, God's spirit showed up and scared the fool out of him. And he bowed down. You know why? Because the demons bow to God's spirit every time, not sometime. Now, that's a powerful testimony there. That's why I tell people, get God in you. Them demons will go to bowing on you. Think it's a thing. Ouch.
Psalms 91, that stays open in my house. Psalm
Mine is on, mine is in Psalms too, but it's Psalms 83. It's Psalm 83 something I have in mind. But yeah, I have mine all open and turned to the same pages too. Because y'all, I just can't put enough emphasis on, we are really in those times that the Bible talks about, those wicked days. Those are the days that we're in. Yeah, and I tell people, you can pray silently. You don't have to pray out loud, but you got to get into a habit. You got to get into a habit because so much can happen. And first and foremost, you can lose your life.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Alice said a scripture a day will keep the demons away. That's right, Alice. Pray and meditate on God's word. You have to, to have a relationship with him is so precious. It really is. And like I said, we're not perfect. We're going to fall by the wayside, like my grandmother used to say. You didn't fail by the wayside.
Yes, indeed.
Shay, I like to say, I always relate the times we living in to 2 Timothy chapter 3.
Yes, ma'am.
It even describes these people that we were dealing with. It describes the narc to the T.
It sure does. Yep, everything. It sure does. It's right there in the Bible. You can't even deny it. It talks about how they slyly work their way into homes with women or men. Of course, it could be women, burning down in sin, never being able to come to an accurate knowledge. Baby, I know. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
it's right there in the Bible. You're absolutely right. It sure is. Yes, ma'am.
That's why I believe that spirit is so prevalent. That's why I believe it's so prevalent, because it's right there in scripture.
It sure is.
These are the type of people we're gonna be dealing with,
It sure does. It sure does, and it is no joke. Nothing to play about. Nothing to play with.
Angie's Place said, yes, they will leave out the house for hours when the gospel come on and will shake their head at you as they leave. Yes. My dad used to do that. When I would turn gospel music on in the car, his whole mood would change. Whole mood would just shift. And I'm looking at him like, what's going on? He started driving faster, driving the car more aggressively and everything.
Oh, I've witnessed that too. Yeah. Driving the car like a maniac. I remember going through that too. Yep. One of my last straws, I always heard people talk about the eyes turning dark. Like I would hear people say that, which that alone is demonic. You don't need anything else to hear besides that. But the first time, that was the first and last time. And of course, I think that was probably only a few days before I got him out of here. But we were in the car. That joker was raging out. Those eyes turned black. I slammed on brakes in the middle of the street and put him out. I slammed on brakes in the middle of the street. I started praying and I kicked his butt out the car in the middle of traffic.
Yes.
And after the fact, way after the fact, when we were having to have a conversation about something, I told him too. I said, your eyes turned completely black. Of course, he's demonic. He knows that. But I still told him to see what he was going to say. And I don't think he said anything at all, but it was just too much weird and creepy stuff that happened. One time, y'all, we almost got T-boned. This car literally almost T-boned us. Do y'all know he didn't even flinch? I never forget that, because I remember thinking that was weird. You just almost got canned. He didn't flinch, ladies. We're in the car.
Wasn't even phased.
And it didn't even phase him. He acted as if it didn't even happen. I'm like, what in the world? I'm having a panic attack. I'm having a panic attack, and I'm the one driving, okay? But he was just sitting there as if it never even happened. And I just couldn't believe that. I just could not believe that. But yeah, y'all, it's definitely sinister. And to anybody dealing with it, though, my little bit of advice on it is, if you really want that out of your life, all you got to do is let God in. And that's what's going to run it out. God is going to come in and run those dark deities completely out. So, and we want to do it in a way to which they're not coming right back, because again, the flesh is weak. The flesh is weak. And at the end of the day, a lot of it, until you get to a certain point anyway, you still love them. You didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't you that were fake. It wasn't you that's demonic. So why does your love change? And I hate having to explain that to people. Why would my love change? I'm not the one who why would mine change? You know? So, but it's all good. We're here talking about it.
I had to train myself to think of it like I loved a lie. That's the way I dealt with it. I had to train myself to feel like it wasn't it was a dream. It was just a fairy tale. It was a lie. I fell in love with a lie.
And that's so hard. I know that is the hardest realization, y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way I had to deal with it, just like what it was, because it was real
you're right though.
to me, but it was a lie. It was just a whole lie. Everything about it was a lie. And that's how I was able to because of course we talked about it earlier, how it's like an addiction. So when it's over, you go through the withdrawals. That's the reason why we run back sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we want to go get that fix. We want to feel the way
we want to get that fix.
So we'll go back.
Yeah.
But once you get through that withdrawal, because I went through a withdrawal now. I did. For maybe 6 months. Maybe 6 months straight. I would battle with my mind to stay away. It would be times that's when I would sit down and say, hey, it was a lie. It wasn't the truth. So what are you going back to a lie for? Then I was at peace. I might have been missing the companionship, but I wasn't missing all of that drama. So I had to talk to myself a lot, to get through it. But it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
It is. It just takes some work. Some time. We have to we just have to put our best foot forward, and just like by it being like an addiction, you can easily get sucked back in. Many people, it took numerous times before they got completely out. Just kept getting sucked back in. And one of the hardest things for me probably was for y'all was the realization. Just the realization that none of this was legit. Tell me. None of this was legit. All the lies. So that is the hardest thing. But their actions, when you think about their actions, it's like their actions showed it the whole time. So it's like, how did you not see it? Because you were under some type of an illusion. That's why.
But every now and then it would peep through. You would see that it was bogus. But
in
because
denial.
You loved it. You know what I mean? Yeah,
in denial. Yeah.
Going with the flow.
Yeah.
Because we have to be, we could see it sometimes, but we just didn't want to believe it.
Right.
You're right. You know what? It is, and you're absolutely right. It takes a lot just to even get to that point. It takes a lot to even say that. Yeah. You're right. And then it's like we'll have that savior mentality. Well, because a lot of times they play victim so hard. That's why we deal with them so long. Because they
That's
play
right.
victim. I don't know about y'all, but they come under
Yes.
the guise, oh my gosh, my childhood was awful. I didn't
Needy.
this, I didn't
Oh
that.
yes.
Needy.
So
Yes.
yep.
Needy.
Yes.
They pity you
Oh
right
my
into a
God.
relationship with the devil.
And then
Pity
Because
you
the
right into the
signs,
bed with the devil.
the signs
and
are
Hey
always
y'all.
there. The signs are there in the beginning when you first meet these jokers, you
They
know?
are. They sure are. You're right. They are.
You know,
you
You're
know,
absolutely right.
2020,
when
you
I
can
look back
always
in
go back. Go ahead,
when I
Erica.
look back in hindsight, I was sharing with somebody, I forget who I was sharing it with, but this guy, I just didn't know what narcissism was then. But this guy told me in the beginning he was a narcissist because he told me he wanted to see other people. And I said, well, what make you want to see other people? Why you can't be satisfied with one person? I don't feel loved if I don't have a lot of people, a lot of women. He told me right then he was a narcissist. I just didn't know it.
Ye- Yep.
So somebody
Yep.
said, I don't know whether was it on this live when somebody said when somebody show you who they are, believe it? Did somebody say that earlier?
Hmm.
I think
Yeah.
so earlier. Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
I heard it and I should have believed it. Because he
Yep.
told me in the beginning without saying it. I said that to say that
They
when you
will.
get these signs and signals, like you just said, Nart, when you get these little signs, pay attention. Because if I had paid
Yeah.
attention and really listened to what I heard, wouldn't have went through it. But it was meant for me to go through it now, you know.
Yep.
But
My ex boyfriend told me, it was a few people told me, but they basically would tell me the same thing. So my ex boyfriend was like, he's like, Shay, I don't know about this dude. And I'm like, I bet you don't, I'm your ex-girlfriend, And he's like, Shay, no, for real. He was like, something's not right. He said something is not right with him. He was like, I don't trust him. He was like, are you sure? And I'm looking at him like, really? Of course. I'm just looking at him like you're just a jealous ex. Think about it. We had, me and him had done broken up maybe a year or so earlier. So it's like, you just don't want me
right,
talking to anybody,
Mhm.
And I
yeah,
never forget him telling me, he said, Shay, I don't care if it's 15 years from now. If you ever have any problems with him, he said, please, Shay, reach out to me. He said, because something is not right. He said, I don't know what it is, but I don't trust
mm,
them. And to be honest with you, I don't even trust you being around him by yourself. This man my ex told me that.
Wow.
He picked up on the vibe back before I even developed feelings for this man like that. I didn't even have feelings for him like that at the time. And then my brother, rest his soul, my brother told me the same thing. My brother said, Shay, I don't know about him. He was like, something ain't right. He said, you just keep your eye on him. So you're right. It's like there are so many small things going on initially. And we can't really fault ourselves for overlooking it, because while people were telling me this, he was me in my knight in shining armor.
Mm.
Even his mom was telling me certain little things, but she was coming off as a jealous mom who didn't want her son with anybody.
Ooh, that's a whole nother live that I want to get into about these in-laws, girl. Ooh, God.
Please strike it up. Oh, you let me know, honey, because
Ooh.
I can't wait to get into one of those, honey.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
in-laws knew the whole time. And they
Mhm.
still side with them after you get rid of them.
Yeah,
And they
still
know
wipe
but they
their
don't want nothing
behind.
to do with them. They don't want
Mhm.
nothing to do with them, though. They still don't want nothing to do with them. But
Mhm.
yes, the family be knowing, baby.
Yeah, they be knowing. They be in on it.
You know what? I heard about that. I heard something like that numerous times. Because at the end of the day, y'all, it is all kind of like demonic. So
Right. Ooh, honey, them in-laws, that's a whole nother breed of a situation right there. Ooh,
girl,
they
that
will
thing.
they enable the behavior.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, their whole life. That's what form. I'm gonna tell you right now. You are absolutely right. 9 times out of 10, a narcissist was never even disciplined. That's
Mm-mm.
why narcissists normally don't. That's why narcissists seldomly have a relationship with God. You weren't even able to be. You weren't even obedient to your own parents who gave you life,
Parents.
and they
Right.
didn't. They didn't demand you to be. So how much easier are you going to submit to God? You're not. Right? You see how that, but yeah, you're right. They enable them their whole, oh my gosh, Lord, y'all, we'll talk a whole nother 5 hours if y'all don't stop.
Yeah.
Baby, we can talk. We're going to have to get us a little set where we do this once or twice a week, baby. We're
I
going to,
would
girl, look,
love that. I
that
would
would be
love
great,
that.
sis. Yeah, have us a little, that's a great way to build and to
Yes.
build both of the, all of what we have going on at the same time.
Yes.
And because it's just too many people are just so it's not even about that too, it's a venting session for us as well, because
Yes.
talking through it is therapeutic. That's what
Yes.
Yes, it is.
psychotherapy is. You know what psychotherapy is?
Yes.
You sitting in a room talking.
Yep.
That's what psychotherapy
Just
is.
talking, conversation. Yeah. And it's detoxing you at the same time, and you don't even
That's
know
right.
it. So that's
Yeah.
the beauty. That's the beauty in conversing and talking with people and sharing and, you know, putting your heads together with other people. That's the beauty in it, and it brings about growth. It brings about healing.
It sure
And
does.
helping other people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
We're gonna
all
get
for
there.
it. The next
I'm
one
all
could
for
be
it
about
too.
these dang on in-laws, because girl.
Yeah, let's do that one next. Let me tell you, baby. Woo, woo. I'm gonna have to make
Oh
sure I have me a
Lord.
glass of
My
wine.
gosh.
Make sure my kids are asleep. We're gonna do this on the we have to do this on a school
Lord
night
have
when the
mercy.
kids are asleep. Okay? Because
Yeah, yes.
let me tell you, that's a whole baby. And that's I realized over time where he got it from. That's when I
Me
realized.
too. Yes.
And she didn't like me from day one. That woman never
Oh my
liked
gosh.
me.
Oh my gosh, Shay. Been
You know,
there.
isn't
I've
it?
been there.
You know how you can tell that this thing is demonic? Because these people don't even know each other, but all of them have the
Mhm.
same characteristics. That's
Yep.
how you can tell it's a demonic thing, you know? Because when each of us talk to each other, it's so similar.
Yep. It's like we're talking
Yes.
about the exact same
Same
individual.
person. Right.
Yep. It's like talking about the same person. What it is it's the same demons and different hosts. That's it.
That's right.
Same unclean spirits and all of these different people, honey. I'm trying to tell you, but the devil is a lie. But yeah, we're gonna have to get some set that up. That would be just dope. Again, if you like when people go back, like with my channel and stuff, like if you go back like 10, like I've really only been into it. I think I started maybe I don't know, between March and May last year, something like that. You can tell from my beginning one of the first videos I did was talking about narcissism, because it was like at the time of my life, something that was going on. I went back and was just looking at my content, just trying to see my timeline, and I could tell when I was going through stuff. I could literally tell because of how I was speaking. Because when you come to the earlier day stuff that I'm doing now, see, as you heal, conversations change.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
the way I talk about narcissism, instead of me even saying, to be honest with y'all, I hardly ever even use the word anymore, but I sure do use the word demon a lot, because it's like, as I advance and as God, as you know, as we get stronger in the word, he cleans us up too. You know how that goes. And your conversation changes. So I went from, being in such a victim mindset to, oh no, I'm a survivor. Victim who?
That's right.
That's
I'm
right.
here. I'm alive, baby. I'm a survivor in this thing. What Destiny Child say? I'm a survivor.
That's
Okay.
Right.
So I'm so happy to meet people like y'all because you can't have this conversation for the most part
No,
with
you
people
can't
who
talk to
haven't been through
everybody.
it.
No,
Girl,
you can't.
they look at you like you crazy.
That's
They don't
right.
even understand. Yeah, half of them don't even understand. Mm-hmm.
I'm telling
They don't
you.
even understand. That's why I miss my mom, rest her soul, because she understood because she dealt with it herself.
Mhm.
So she knew. And that's why me and her bond was so, so, so tight, because she knew, and like any other parent, us with
Yes.
us that are, I'm 38 years old. And so it's like our parents, for the most part, they're not like these new age parents that pry a lot, like all into their
Mhm.
kids' business. That's not necessarily like, how it was. My mom sat back. She know when you're ready to talk about it, you're gonna come to her. So she
Mhm.
never, just come to me with,
Right.
now she's gonna say what you have to say,
Yeah.
but you know how it is. Moms know that your kid, if you raise them a certain way, they're going to come to you when
Right.
they're in dire, and when they're in dire distress, and they're going through some things, they're coming. So,
Right.
but yeah, it's horrible, y'all, and I hated it. And sometimes I sit and think like, dang, Shay, you could have did something different. You could have changed it. And I realized that's not, the devil wanted me to think like that. It's nothing I could have did different, because it's nothing I did wrong,
Nothing.
you
That's
know.
right.
I
So,
feel
and
like it was already written. You know what I'm saying? Like it
yeah,
was already
mhm,
written for us to go through this
Already.
stuff and then live to
Yes.
tell about it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
Mhm.
I feel like we were handpicked by the Most
Yes.
High to deal with
Amen.
this. You know what I'm saying? And it's all just in a good cause to help others and just to be there for each other as well, because we're still in a healing process. Like I tell people, you move past it, but I don't really feel like you fully 100% heal from it. Erica,
yeah,
you feel me? You feel me, Shay? Like
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh
you
yeah.
move on with life. Like for me, I'm remarried. I was with that man, my ex, for 10 years, and then got out of it, got the necessary therapy and everything that I needed, and moved on in a healthy way and everything like that. And I mean, I feel like I'm over it. It's a wrap. I don't feel the effects of it no more. But at the same time, you know how you cut yourself and it heals, but it always leaves a scar. That scar
Yeah,
tissue is always there.
yeah,
I feel like I have scar tissue from
you will.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
Right.
it was
I
traumatizing for you. That was a very
yeah.
traumatizing thing, and I can't wait to be there. Like you don't even understand how you just helped me by saying that. I look
Mhm.
forward to
yeah.
the days where, like, people don't understand. People think I'm so strong, I'm so powerful, I'm always out
Mm.
here with the word. And don't get me wrong, I am. I truly am. But what people fail to realize is I'm still human also.
Right.
And this pain here from going through this situation, we have 3 small babies, okay?
Mm.
My life was, they sell you dreams. You sit and plan your life with a
Lord have
lie.
mercy.
They know
Fake
the
future.
whole
Mm.
time
Mm.
what's
Mm.
Mm,
up.
mm,
And
mm.
you're just sitting there. And if I hadn't have put a stop to it, if God wouldn't have woke me up, y'all, these 3 babies would have easily been 5. And when I look back in hindsight, it's like, dang, you just wanted to keep me pregnant and barefoot. Like, what's going on here? But that was so that
Control.
he could be dominating. That's just so that he
Control.
could be in that position. That,
Yeah.
yeah, for control purposes.
Mhm.
So yeah, you don't understand how I look forward to that time where I feel like, now don't get me wrong, I've healed a lot. And
Mhm.
I mean a lot. Like, I don't sit around sad, and I don't go do that. And we don't do that at all. But
Yeah.
I think what I realized is, I think it's just think of family. I miss the family unit. I miss the idea of my family. I think that's what I miss. It has
Mhm.
nothing to do with him. You know, I'll never
Yeah.
stop loving him, of course, because it was genuine. It was a genuine love. Okay.
Mhm.
But I think I just miss mostly just the whole just idea of family, because we
Mhm.
all take trauma and we go one way with it. They
Right.
say narcissists are traumatized and it turns them into what they are. And then you have people like us who are traumatized and we turn it around and make our lives better. So, son, you just gonna follow me around singing, baby?
Angie
But
says
yeah.
she has a story for the next one regarding the in-law.
Ooh,
Pull up,
set it
Angie.
up, baby. You need to go ahead and make sure you let us know ASAP. Let me
Yeah.
know, because let me tell you, honey, my life is so unpredictable with these little ones. Me know in advance so I can I cannot wait to be a good one. That's y'all.
We're gonna have to plan that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to plan that one. That's gonna be good. Good.
But I really enjoyed you guys. Thank you all so much. I really, really enjoyed this live here. I think we moved some mountains, may have been small little boulders or whatever the case may be, but hey, at least we did that, coming together, talking and sharing and everything like that. I love this. I really do
Yes.
love this. And
Yes, it was
thank you
great.
to everybody in the chat. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your comment, but thank you so much for participating and interacting with us and sharing and everything like that. And we will be bringing a part 2 to you guys. So stay tuned. We're going to make an announcement, and it's going to be about these doggone in-laws and how demonic they can be because they're narcissists themselves.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, they are.
That emotional incest is a beast.
It's
coming
real.
from that
Mm.
Ooh, that's the
Yep.
one I'm gonna hit on because I experienced that, and
Yes,
it ain't no
ma'am.
joke. Yes.
Well,
Ginger,
I thank you for having me here.
behind every dark cloud is a rainbow. That's right. At the end of the day, Ginger C, yes.
Oh, we
Yes.
enjoyed you, Shay.
Yes,
I
we
have
did.
I have looked at your
Definitely.
content. I have looked at your content before. I didn't know how closely you were involved in a toxic relationship like that, but I can hear it in some of
Right.
your content. So now I
Mhm.
know you even better now. So
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you know how that goes. I didn't just want to be all open. I just wanted to, do
Yeah.
my thing. You know how that goes.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's like,
well,
if you
no,
know, you know.
yes, exactly. If you know, you know.
Mhm.
Well, you
Yeah.
felt comfortable over here to open up, and wow, like I don't
Yeah.
even
Like
have
I said
words.
more.
I'm
I'm telling you.
speechless right now.
I mean, I'm on a panel with two
Yes.
wonderful ladies who
Oh,
experienced the same thing, and it just
yes,
made me comfortable. Like seriously,
Yes.
So it was, and I feel better. I feel better even after
that's
saying
good.
those things.
That's
So I
good.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what
Well,
the
you
Bible
ladies
say
have a
we
wonderful night. I done held y'all for
all
3
right.
hours on a Friday night. I know y'all got other things to do. Okay. But we gonna definitely come back together. Erica, you down?
Yeah, we can come back together. You know, I'm the
Okay.
one with that crazy schedule, so we got to figure
That's
it
why
out
I
with me.
said, Erica, you down?
Erica sound like me, honey. Sometimes those schedules ain't scheduling, baby.
Right.
It's okay.
Mhm.
Well, we're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna make it happen. So
We will. We definitely will. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night and everything
you
like
too.
that.
You
Love
too,
to you
sis.
so much, Shay. We love you and thank you so much for joining the panel and talking. You too,
My
Erica.
pleasure.
Love to you as well. You know I appreciate you very much. Thank you to my mods,
Thank
Ginger
you.
C, Maritza. I appreciate you guys pulling up for me tonight and holding it down in the chat. Thank you
Yes.
guys so much, and I will see you all on the next live.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night. Take care, everybody.
Good night.
All right.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.